And we are live. Hello, everyone watching these recordings of these strange games. I'm Mike Yao, your game master for the evening. I'm the creator of Savage Kingdoms tabletop role-playing game. These are my awesome players from left and right. I don't know which way I'm pointing. And if you've watched some of these live plays before, you may be familiar with some of them. Some of them are doing like Crips and Blood signs. Or I don't even know what that means. So yeah, let's throw it over to Matt, son of Edward.
Son of Edward. Hey, I'm Matt. I'll change my name here. I am Matt, and I am playing Hithelian. I'm playing Hithelian, who is an Eluna Sidhe.
And thanks for watching. So next we have Madison. Madison.
Hello, I am playing Blue Star, a wild she.
Cool. So two she in the party, a wild she, and an Eluna she, which is kind of like if you're more used to D&D, that's more like sort of like high elves, but mythologically speaking, more like light elves. And we have Arik, also known as
I'm
Eric.
playing Khan, who is a Chinari, which is a cat person. My subset Chinari is from the Mezca Isles. So think South American more than African cat. So I am modeled after the jaguar, panther, etc. That is so more stealth, less brute.
Yeah. Yep, and that's it. And so for the audience at home, this is session 3, but episode 2 as far as video goes. So this will be the third session of this campaign, known as the Windstone of Silendor. Because our party here has been questing, they've been tasked by 2 or 3 Dark She Shadow Knights. One is named Sildorian. He's traveling with them currently, so as an NPC, non-player character. And they've been tasked to go find an ancient windstone, which legend has it these windstones were crafted and enchanted to allow the sky citadels of ancient Arvelindor and now Kalindoril to hover in the sky and sort of literally lord over the land. And they're able to land their eagles that some of the elite guard and nobles of those realms used to have. So, but yeah, in the current age of man, the only one of the sky cities is said to still be in the air, but some rumors say that there's none currently still that they haven't like come crash down like, you know, like immediately. They've just kind of lost their buoyancy. I feel like I said this last session. But anyway, for the sake of posterity, there it is. So, and when we last left off, those of you who watched episode 2, and for my players here from session 3, you were negotiating with some goblins, also known as goblins, and it started to go pretty well, particularly Blue Star, who speaks their language and was performing well, making some good persuasion and performance rolls. But Sildorian wasn't really feeling it, and then, yeah, so it basically fell apart. Basically fell apart, became a skirmish, and as one might expect, leaving many goblin corpses on the field of battle.
Many.
Yes, and then you guys went off to find shelter, and you just found a cave, and that's where we left off last session. So
Setting up for our long rest.
yeah, so it's like an hour after dark right now. And if you look at the map, I know the audience doesn't see this, but the players, you can probably see where you are, that red dot. Kind of almost like in the southern Shadowlands, well north of Lithalor. So, and supposedly, according to Sildorian, you're trying to get into the kingdom of Brythia, southeastern Brythia, and you're looking for these ancient standing stones that supposedly will give you an instant travel to the Emerald Islands, particularly Fireland. So, or teleportation, to use more of a D&D science fiction sort of term. So that's where we are. Hour after dark, you guys found this cool map, and there was some water as well that's kind of trickling down the back of the cave if you want to, like, if you need to wash your face off or fill your water skins or whatnot.
Weren't we setting up Madison, wasn't your bear character going to lay at the beginning of the cave to help?
Yeah, you had mentioned doing that.
Yeah, the bear is at the front of the cave, kind of the barrier between me
See what
and
you did there.
Ah,
The barrier.
Nice.
bear in mind, it would be unbearable to enter
Oh,
through that
oh.
door.
Here we go. Just gonna have to grin and bear it.
Ah, and it went
You
further.
can mute
I
it.
love when it
Thank
goes
you.
further.
Wait, what did Matt say?
I was saying you can mute him as the host, right, Mike?
I don't know. I'm kind of liking it for now.
I'm-
All
Is it
right.
just
So,
bearable to you?
all right. So, you guys are resting, probably bare skinned. I would imagine you're just. Oh,
and setting up watches. Yes.
I just had to slip another one in there.
I think that we decided who was going to do watches last time, right? I think that Blue Star and Con were morning, and then Dorian and
Yeah, there was
Ithelian.
some talk of it. I don't know if you really settled on it, but
Okay, I
Yeah,
remember that's what we did last time when we had watch. So
yeah.
Con will
And
be pre-dawn for sure. Con likes pre-dawn. Is this a shallow cave? Like you said, there's water trickling down the back. Like,
yeah,
is
it
more of
doesn't seem to go very deep.
it's just a cutout.
Yeah, it's a little more than that, but it's not very. It's probably hollowed out by this natural spring that's kind of
Okay.
bubbling up in here. But it's only about 10 feet deep
Okay.
from the surface of the hill. It's kind of the side of a hill.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned too. It looks like maybe a creature had denned in here like a week ago, but
Right.
no recent signs of such.
Okay.
So the two she, of course, only need 6 hours of dream trance, and the Chinare typically have to sleep 10 hours.
But I have light sleeper, so
But
I
so
only
only
have
8 hours for you. Yeah, sweet. So Midnight is Midnight trained to guard, Madison? Like he knows what the command, like he knows what you're talking about.
always forget his commands: attack, guard, and ride. Like as a
Okay.
mount. I'm pretty sure those are the
Yeah,
ones that I picked.
that sounds right. So in any case, you could probably get him to understand what to do anyway. So he just kind of lays down, right in front of the cave, and you guys start to go into your rest. So who was on the first watch again?
I think it was Hithelian and what's his face?
Dorian.
Khan? Oh,
No.
Sildorian?
no Con's
Sildarian.
pre-dawn.
Yeah, Sildorian remains awake with Hithelian, yet to fall into the dream trance of the she. And Sildorian doesn't say much to you, like usual. He's kind of on watch, just very focused when he's on, very vigilant, some might say, when he's on watch. He might occasionally say a word or two to Hithelian, but that's about it. Very focused on his task. So yeah, the Eric's head keeps going like at some point he's like out
Eating
of
some
frame,
food,
and,
coming
like,
back.
he's slowly back.
So I figured it would be better than me just gnawing on carcass in front of everybody. So
You should have different items, like you go off frame, you come back,
yeah,
you go off, and then there's something else, and I don't know.
I can do some obscure stuff like that if you really want me to. I mean,
Probably shouldn't have said anything.
yeah, right.
So
Giving us
the
ideas.
yeah. So it looks like the night passes by uneventfully. Complete quiet evening. You're able to wake up at dawn, or actually before for some of you. Went through all the watch cycles, and Matt has a blue something pom-pom. The reason I didn't say anything at first is I actually thought it was like part of the some weird graphic effect, and then I realized no, it's an orange pom-pom that was once blue.
Have we recovered our stamina?
Oh,
After...
we scored too. Yes, all your stamina fully recovered. And if anybody was wounded with long-term care, that would, but I don't think so. So Blue Star's back to 15 stamina.
Blue stars smiling
Thelian's,
at me.
what's the Thelian's maximum? Stamina.
Stamina is 10. I'm back to 10 now. Then.
10. All right.
Have
And
I
come
recovered
on. What?
Have I recovered a health point yet? Because I wasn't attacked last time, but I think at
Well, if you had long-term care, you would after 12 hours, but I don't see a
Well, I don't think she got injured this last fight. I think it was from previous.
yeah, it was from a previous fight.
looks like you're
So
still healing.
we'd gone a full day.
Oh yeah, so you've healed 1 plus your vigor and health points.
And if your vigor's -1, you still get 1, right?
Yeah, minimum of 1.
Vigor.
I've recovered 3, which
Ooh,
means I'm at full health now.
she's quite
Yay,
hearty.
full health.
She's quite hearty with a +2 vigor.
Yes.
What is it, 12? You said, yeah.
No, my max is 11.
Oh, 11, that's right. Oh, you had it right. Sorry, I just messed it up.
It's okay.
All right. And the next morning comes about as it is wont to do as the sun rises on another day.
Ah,
And it seems kind of weirdly cold out. Like, Khan, you noticed on the final watch for the sun, like this weird kind of cold front came in.
okay. We're not still in the Shadowlands, are we?
You're kind of in this weird region that kind of a no
Kinda
man's
half,
land.
kinda no.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of known as kind of a no man's region, but most would probably call it the southern Shadowlands.
Right. Okay.
I mean, there could be some Kimrethi tribes nearby, but this y'all haven't really seen a lot of people other than those goblins couple yesterday.
Do I hear or notice any sort of scurrying of small animals outside the cave on my early morning watch pre-dawn? Rabbit, squirrel, stuff like that.
You no land animals, but you did catch sight of some birds, particularly crows.
Crows, okay.
Yeah.
No guinea fowl, nothing like that.
No, it was fairly quiet, and this cold front coming in might have sent some animals to shelter.
Okay. Were the crows flying in any particular direction, or were they just kind of nesting in the trees?
They were mostly nesting. Yeah,
Okay.
nesting. But right before the sun came up, it seemed like they all kind of left as if sensing this
Cold front.
cold wind coming in. Yeah.
Okay.
It's early spring, so it's very possible that winter is bleeding over a little bit in this part
Yeah.
of the world.
Reaches out and bites in a little
It's
bit.
coming.
Yeah.
The Night King. No,
So
wrong,
as you what?
no, wrong story.
Oh, yeah. So Sildorian's been up for a while, just kind of eating his rations.
Hmm.
It seems that
Do you-
winter's last hurrah is approaching.
Do you know the best route from here, Sildorian?
I don't know necessarily the best route to Thelian, but I know a route.
Oh, cold.
Bit worried about this.
She curls Midnight's paw up against her.
He's like, "Mm." And you could tell typical black bear fashion. He doesn't want to go too much anywhere either when it starts getting cold.
I
So-
know it's cold, but we should probably disembark as soon as we are ready.
Come now, Eluna Seal. It is but the weather. We she are made for it. Are you not wild she?
Yes, but it doesn't mean that I like the cold.
Yes, I do not like it either, but I can deal with it. Are we quite ready, or shall we rest another day?
Um,
I think we should be off, unless someone has any objections.
I start kind of sleeking out of the cave after having gathered all of his things. Khan is moving kind of in the direction we were heading,
Mhm.
since northeast south. We should probably roll survival for that, but
Yeah,
um,
only a DL 10 instead of 15 because you've already kind of seen the landmarks that he's been following.
of course
So,
I have this set up where I
difficult to
can't
level
see everything.
10.
Bear with me a second.
Here with you. Come on. You're going back there.
I'm not, but you just decided to turn it back on.
Like light switch.
That's right. I forgot to show off the shirt. Wait,
Ooh,
There it is.
Ooh.
Oh, wow, it's fading, it's disappearing.
yes.
It's the old school shirt right there.
Nice. I should have thought ahead and put mine on.
So a 9. All right. I mean, you think you see the way you're going, but you're not entirely sure. But one thing you are sure of.
I'm not moving very fast. I'm just kind of going off in that direction since everybody seems to be talking about going forward. Khan decides to hasten the decision by just starting to go.
Okay. One thing you do notice, Khan, as you stride out, is you see snowflakes starting to fall
I don't see snowflakes.
and the wind kicking up. You feel snowflakes.
I feel snowflakes. I can't see snowflakes. That's not large enough of an item for me to catch the shadowy effect.
Yeah,
unless
cold, kind of this icy rain, almost kind of a cross between sleet and snow. You can feel it hitting your face and something Chennari don't often experience unless they travel.
you know, for any new people watching, my Chennari is mostly blind. He can make out shapes and shadows.
Yep, he's
So-
partially blind.
That would explain why I can't see snowflakes.
Silendor says, I suppose our Chennari friend will not wait. I hope he chooses the right direction.
we
I'll
will
stay
realign. We will realign him if he is not on the right track.
Yeah, very well. He will prove useful to me. So he's feeding his horse and like hurriedly trying to get his horse ready to go.
Okay. And Blue Star is pushing Midnight up since he probably will not want to move. Wants to be hibernating right now, but
He finally
And then-
gets up.
and then I take him over to where the water is so we can wash our faces and get water.
He likes that. You could see like pawing around looking for fish, but it's not quite enough water for that. But you get a good little wash off. So Khan, I guess you're headed off. You're not quite sure you go in the right direction.
All right, just kind of wandering slowly. I'm obviously listening for. I'm sorry, Khan is obviously listening for his companions to come with, but for right now, he's kind of moving off, getting a little head start.
Okay. You hear the sound of horse hooves as Silendor is approaching. Is Thalian and or Blue Star mounted? I can't remember. I don't think so.
I'm not. Blue Star can ride Midnight, but
Okay. Silendor was mounted, I thought, but I don't have a horse out for him. I'm usually better about that.
yeah, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
no,
I was
no.
the only.
Oh, no, I think you're all walking.
Oh, okay.
I thought he had a horse.
I'm pretty sure he had a horse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
had
thought
to
so
slow everything
too, but
down.
usually I'm
I-
pretty good about putting it out here if they
I
do.
thought I was the only
Riding
one
with-
with.
Yeah. Hithalian was basically the one slowing us down because she can ride the bear. He had a horse and my mobility is 16. So
Yeah. Well, okay, roll 20 is being weird.
Perhaps in the next chance, I'll try to secure a mount. I think I've got some money, so I can.
Yeah. At the
why
next.
buy? Just take.
I'll turn to Dorian and be like, Dorian, I have a question. Do you think Cathalion can ride with you? Is there enough room on your mount?
There should be enough room. She has but to ask.
Well,
Silendor, we would travel faster if you would permit me.
Yes. Come astride. You'd sit in the back. Yeah.
Agreed.
He's not doing the thing where you put the woman in the front. He's like, nope, you're
Oh.
sitting on the back and you're hanging on.
You ride the bumpy haunches. That's what you get to ride.
So between the two of you, he's a light horse. It doesn't slow the horse down at all. It's a fairly sturdy horse and fairly swift as well. And now Blue Star, and Blue Star's riding on Midnight, right?
yes.
So and Khan is pretty fast, so on his own feet. So at this, the slowest mobility, I guess in this case, is probably Khan at 14.
16.
Oh, 16. Well, actually, maybe Midnight.
Oh,
with her on top. Oh, you're about the same speed with Blue Star on top of them. So in any case, that's still a pretty good route, pretty good rate of travel. And Silendor catches up with you. Khan kind of takes the lead noticing the snow starting to come down, the wind kicking up, and it actually gets worse. So y'all travel for about an hour or so, and the weather's gotten worse. You're like headed right into the snow is kind of blasting into your face. In modern speak, the winds are about 20 to 25 miles an hour. It's cold lashing into your faces and stuff. So
Khan pulls his hood up on his cloak, kind of covers himself up, wraps himself,
cool. Okay.
so that it covers some of the wind.
So everybody make an endurance roll. If you don't have a cloak well, see if you have a cloak, it's a +1 bonus, like Khan's doing. If you have furs, it's a +2 bonus. And
Just checking. I don't think I have.
Oof,
No.
that would be a 9.
oh dear.
It's low tonight.
Blue Star's a 9 also.
Yes.
Oh, Matt.
Oh no, our first natural one.
I was trying to adjust my +1 there, so I didn't mean to roll the. I mean, if that's my roll, it would actually be a 2 because I have a +1 that didn't take.
But why didn't it show up as rolling 1d20?
I don't know. I was adding the +1 and it rolled on me. So.
Let's just take the second one then, because that's the one that actually has the modifier.
Yeah.
So fortunately, good. It's not a critical failure. Actually, it would not have been a crit with failure with a 2. It'd been close.
Yeah.
But Blue Star, you take 1 point of stamina damage after this hour.
No, I got a 9 on mine.
Oh wait,
because that endurance roll is just my base endurance
see.
roll, and I didn't do the modifier.
So Con and Blue Star, you take 1 point of stamina damage. Lose
Yuck.
a stamina point from all the cold. Ithalian is fine, and it seems to be that Silendor is mostly fine as well. And the animals are pretty much okay. They're just plugging along. So, all right.
Does anything seem supernatural about the cold, or does it just seem like a cold front?
You can make a magical arts or survival roll.
Okay.
Magical arts to literally sense if there's a magical emanation in the air,
Right.
or survival to see if you can tell if it's more of a natural thing.
All right, I'm looking for me survival. I mean, I'll do my magical. This is magical arts roll. Oof.
I make a magical arts roll as well because she doesn't like the cold, so she probably would also check to see if it's supernatural.
Okay, cool. I don't see Matt's rolls. Oh,
Mine
there it
was
is. Came in
8,
really.
so I assume I
Okay.
don't see.
Ithalian and Blue Star, both, you do not sense any magical nature, any magical emanations from the weather. So, yep.
It's just bloody cold.
Let us press on. Perhaps we get somewhere to camp and warm up.
Silendor agrees.
Han, are you still okay out there?
Cold.
I believe
Oh,
he's all right.
Cold.
We could either seek shelter, my friends, or we can just push on.
Push.
This time of year, this blizzard or whatever it is should not last much longer.
Push.
What say you, Eluna Sidhe, Ithalian?
I am fine with continuing. Blue Star, can you bear with it longer?
Hurry.
Sure. So at least Midnight's making your underside kind of warm as well as the horses, I guess, on the other people.
Well, by this time, I'm like hugging him, like any warmth possible.
And Khan's really just pulling his cloak really tight around him as he's moving forward.
So another hour passes, and it looks like it's finally starting to dissipate. However, it was long enough to have to make endurance rolls again against cold, resist cold specialty. So Khan's warm cloak pays off this time.
Woohoo!
Oh, Blue Star was 6. Oh no, that was my
Oh, it's the same
Wow,
roll I got.
again. All right, Athelian's still. She's like, whatever.
Cold.
And Blue Star's okay. So no more stamina loss or critical failure. Could have been frostbite and health loss.
Yeah.
So Sildorian, though, is not quite. He's trying to, and you could probably tell by his personality and the Dark She in general, particularly Shadow Knight. They don't like to show weakness, but you could tell he's like shivering. He's kind of towards the end of the hour. He's lost a step or two, even though he's riding, but he's kind of hunched over. He doesn't want to admit it, but
Thalian, who keeps winning, must be very warm-blooded, could lean forward and wrap her lovely arms around him. Just saying.
he would not dislike it if he did.
Sildorian, you seem cold. Can I help you warm up?
No, I will be fine. I do thank you, though.
Just her help, Dorian.
It is fine. I've had far worse. You
Just keep going. It
and
seems
he
to be
gets
getting
still
better.
tall. What's your magnetism, Athelian?
2.
Oh, okay.
I'm highly magnetic.
We both have
Doesn't-
the
You
same
are.
magnetism. I'm a 2 as well.
Both of the she. Sildorian's isn't quite that. And I'm pretty sure Khan's isn't.
-2.
Quite the flip side.
Not a very personable chap, am I?
Still one better than Yodonga, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's all marred and ugly and just beat to hell. But, so for a different campaign, we'll bring him in
Yes.
later. He's a
Yes,
lot of
for
fun
the-
to watch.
For the audience at home, that is a big Gajula character. Gajula are
Yes.
like ape men. They're from the Savage East, actually. All right. Oh, dear. So as if the weather wasn't bad enough, you travel. It finally, like I said, it kind of dissipated. It does leave a good 8 or 9 inches of snow, or about 7 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. Although as you press on north, weirdly enough, even though you're going north, it actually is becoming less. So the front might have blown in from the west or southwest, the west. And the snow begins to kind of lessen after a few hours to really just a dusting as you get deeper into the plains of what is probably the Shadowlands. To your right, you can see a great mountain range that's been following you the whole time. It looks like it's starting to taper out a little bit, but it's still impressive. There's a reddish sheen to the mountains, and some of the mountaintops are snow-capped. So otherwise, it's pretty flat plains. Rolling hills on occasion, but mostly plains. And so,
Sildorian,
yes, Athelian, what is it?
do you know how much longer to where you think these stones are?
Well, I can say this: we must cross through Greymoor. It is a great marshland. Certainly, you've heard of it. We must
Yes.
cross the Mist River into Brithia.
Ah,
So perhaps 2 more days' ride, perhaps 3. I'm not sure. I wish Silendor would have come along.
You still have that hawk around, don't you, Dorian?
Yeah, occasionally you see it land on his shoulder or on his. Yes, it's scouting ahead right now.
Okay. Can I cast Beast Speak to the hawk?
When it comes back, yeah.
Yeah.
It returns like 30 minutes. Every once in a while, he sends it off. Like he must have it trained to scout, maybe, or maybe it's hunting.
Well, then I'll wait till it comes back. Then.
Yeah, half an hour later, you see it come. Wah, wah, comes landing back on his arm, on his bracer.
I will cast Beast Speak so I can talk to the.
So you do have to touch it. You still want to do it?
Well, I'm
Right
just
up
gonna be
next.
like, I'm just gonna go ahead and reach over. Like I'll have Midnight go by, and without asking, I'll just touch the falcon.
Okay.
She wants permission.
All right. All right. So yeah, you just kind of ride up next to him, touch the falcon. He either doesn't notice or just assumes you're kind of petting it, which he's kind of fine. He kind of thinks it's cool that you're sort of enchanted with it a little bit. And you start muttering the spell, which you probably will realize that you're casting a spell. If
Mhm.
he does realize, he doesn't seem to really care. He doesn't say anything. And
Would that be magical arts shadow or animal handling? It would be shadow.
so to make the spell work is magical art, shadow, or life.
Oh, it could be
Both.
life.
Yeah, it's both of those. I mean, both disciplines.
Okay.
But however you've learned it as.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
But in any case, the spell works, and it costs 2 spell points or 2 stamina points.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it, and will last for 1 minute, I believe. Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Hawk.
Yeah, and suddenly you could tell, like, whatever, all of its movements and gestures start to make sense to you in sort of a form of language, very primitive, but it's just kind of, oh, greetings.
So you've scouted ahead. Are we getting close?
Indeed. Oh, getting close to what? See much ahead. Snow.
More snow? No.
Mountains.
Mountains.
Mountain. Snow.
Anything
Open.
that we should be aware of? up
Open
ahead?
area.
Open area?
Oh,
Did you see anything like creatures, humans, whatever?
many creatures. Some like me. Oh, some lesser than me. Oh, the black ones, they come. Always eating the carrion they are.
Okay. Well, that's all you have to report.
Oh, strange that you may speak with me. Oh,
I'm just magnetic when it comes to animals.
you are two-leg like master.
Yes.
And
You're-
then suddenly,
Oh,
I was about to say, but now you just see feathers, and as the spell fades, unless you want to cast it again. But,
nah. Well,
so,
your hawk said that there isn't much up ahead besides snow, mountains, and birds.
you're a beast speaker,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Star. I'm impressed. The incantation you spoke,
Yes.
that is good.
Well, I can't have the relationship you have with your hawk, but it's nice being able to talk to animals every once in a while.
I have him trained. There is a particular signal he will give me if he sees anything he considers dangerous.
Oh,
When he returned, he gave no such signal, so I can only assume the road ahead is safe.
what is the signal? Is it like a flap or a caw or something?
He just kind of smiles like he's not going to answer, but you can make a persuasion roll if you want.
I am gonna make a persuasion roll.
Tell me your secrets.
Tell me.
You know,
So I may usurp the power of your hawk.
tell me.
17. Yeah, he just kind of goes quiet, and there's like a long moment, like, all right, I guess he's not answering me, and then just kind of out of the blue, typical she. They could be long pauses for minutes, and you think the conversation's over, and then they come back because they live a long time. So just out of the blue, he sort of kind of comes back and says, "It is a head bob, very subtle. He does it 3 times."
Ooh. Okay. Thank you for telling me, Dorian.
Do not let me regret that secret being spilled.
Well, we're all friends here, and any danger to you would be a danger to us, so I don't see any reason why you would have to hide it.
We are allies, agreed.
Indeed we are, and I give him like a little nudge.
He just kind of, he tries to hide it, but you can tell he kind of smirks a little bit as you hit his
You have a
chainmail.
pretty smile, Dorian. You should do it more often.
Perhaps I should. And that's kind of it. He just kind of rides forward with the alien still hanging on, having to endure this whole awkward conversation. So As you're interacting with Sildorian, Madison, or Blue Star, make a perception empathy roll, if you would.
Okay.
Oh,
12.
okay. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. 12.
Yes.
So, that's not quite enough. Okay, never mind. Don't you hate that? You're like, what is he talking about?
You can't quite hear the danger that's about to approach you. No.
Yes. Of course, it could also be a ruse. I will call
Yes.
for fake rolls sometimes. All right. So you travel
Don't tell us your
on.
secrets.
Conversations like this could probably continue. Although Sildorian travels long bouts of time without really saying much. At some point, he does like kind of talk to you, Hethelian, like he's trying to get over that awkward thing where you like we're gonna put your arms around him.
The offer's still there, Sildorian. I am quite warm.
I'm thinking of it, my lady. I'm thinking indeed. Miss Astor, Hethelian, whereabouts do you hail from? I know that you said in front of Telendor, but I was too stricken by Blue Star's telling of the song of Arvalindor.
Ah, yes. I was born in Northurian.
That is one of the sky citadels of Calendoril, is it not?
Yes. You're familiar with it.
Not familiar, but I've heard the word a few times. The name sounds familiar. Was it not one of the last standing citadels?
I would know that, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't- Not a game I don't.
you think it? So you're from. You would know. You wouldn't have to roll
Yeah,
lore
okay.
unless you want to try to crit or
Okay.
something. But
No. Then I will confirm. Yes, it is one of the last.
it was one of the sky citadels and one of the three, and it was like the second one to. So the last one was the one called Silendor, which is the name of this adventure, Sky Stand of Silendor.
Perhaps I'm interested in it.
Yes, that is interesting. I should like to visit those one of these days, but though it has been nearly 4 millennia, the light elves and the dark elves, as we call ourselves, are not always so keen on seeing each other.
Sometimes it seems foolish.
Indeed.
Our people are stronger united.
Such was the time of Arvalindor. Perhaps I will have Blue Star sing that song again.
It is stirring.
It's very
So-
sad. Things that
like-
could have been. You're like, they're saying my name, I know it. So, and finally, Hethelian, make a perception empathy roll, if you would. If you would.
Good. Here it comes.
Here it comes. Ooh.
Oh,
So when you were, I probably didn't role play it as well as I should have, but when you were talking to Sildorian, you just something about it seems like he's not acting right, like he's maybe sick. Ever since the blizzard, he's just been kind of like quiet, even quieter than normal. I think he might be not feeling that well.
I will. Can I? Let's see. I was looking to see if I could do like a. Yeah, I've got heal wounds.
He doesn't look
No.
injured, but he could be hiding an injury somewhere.
Yes. I'm gonna since I'm already there on him, I'm already holding on to him, so I've already got contact. I will go ahead and cast heal wounds on him without asking to see if that helps him feel better.
Okay. So you
So
start
that'd be the DL10 then, right? Or is that
start chanting the words. Yeah, if it's just one person.
yeah.
What did you
Oh,
get,
for
sir?
Pete's sake.
Oh dear God.
Wah, 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 wah.
I was trying to be helpful.
Block it.
So he kind of looks back like he must have heard the incantation, but he didn't really say anything. Maybe didn't quite recognize it. Luck point, or do you let it pass?
Let's see. I don't have any left from last round, but we don't get any new ones this one, do we?
I mean, whatever luck you have.
Yeah, I'm out,
okay.
so I can't.
Oh,
I'm out.
you're a 0? Okay.
Huh? I think I used the last one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Unlucky bastard.
So the bad thing is that the Eluna took a health point and 2 stamina.
Oh, it's a health point too?
Yeah. Healing
dear.
spells because you put
I knew-
your own life essence into the other person. That's why
All right.
the blighter talent is good. You can use the flora around you.
I have
Oh,
a
that's
dagger I need to pull back out of the
Very evil.
Since I'm sure I would have heard her chant heal wounds, right? And since I know that spell, would I recognize she was trying to heal him?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, Blue Star is gonna blurt out, Ithalian, is Dorian all right?
He is not. He's saying he is all right, but Sildorian, if you don't mind me saying, I sense that something is off with you.
He says, and she, it is fine. I'm not feeling well from the blizzard. That's all. It was out of place. Shall we continue on?
Dorian, you would tell us something if something was wrong, would you?
We
Can
are
we-
able to help you heal.
So you know the arts of
Yes.
healing magic, of life magic.
I didn't
Yes.
hope to.
I knew the gods had sent you here for a reason. The Eluna will be blessed. But it
Can
is
we-
not an injury.
Well, what is it?
It is something I've been dealing with for many years.
A disease.
May we press on?
Dorian,
If you do not wish to share, we respect that, but if it is something we can help you with, please let us help.
Make a persuasion roll on this.
Come
Blue Star
in.
can try it too if she wants, because she was trying to ask him. Khan has the Argonath in front of him, behind him.
I might actually have something that will help with this. So
Yeah,
The
I have a
Argonath.
19.
Ooh. All right. What was the 9 for? Oh, that was the spell.
Yeah, that was the failed spell attempt.
So a 19 doesn't there's for a second it looks like he was about to share and then he just clams up and may we push on? It is none of your concern. Trust me. I do not mean to be rude.
well, Dorian, not that I can claim that it will work, but if you do need healing for a disease or any kind of poison, I do know that kind of magic. Just in case you're wondering. And then she presses on.
And we'll keep that in mind. You just kind
Just
of
don't die on
starts
it.
talking to his
I've
hawk a
actually
little
come
bit.
to
more.
like you, and it would be horrible if you were to die.
Do not think I wish to die either. I have too much left to do in this mortal world.
Very well then.
I'm but 157, 158. May have lost count.
Ah, you're twice my age.
I think he's twice my age as well.
No wonder he's creeped out with the arm thing. You're like a 13-year-old human. No, that would be. what is it, the alien? 57 or 50? I can't remember.
No, she's 75.
Oh, okay. No, you're. Yeah.
I'm an adult,
It's like a 19-year-old human. Mhm.
barely.
Meanwhile, Khan background keeps shifting. Eric. Oh, there we are. There's the trail to the snow. That's perfect.
Nice.
And he bails on that one. So it's like, I want you all to see it. Oh, that looks actually fairly accurate. There's the mountains.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless you want to keep prying with Silendor, he just kind of keeps himself. In fact, he kind of rides ahead a little bit more.
Except I'm with him.
Yeah. It's like, I got to get away from, oh shit. Right behind me.
She's behind me, isn't she?
It's literally behind me. So other than that, you ride all the way till nightfall. And at your current pace, that's a pretty good time. I put you about right here on the map. Right there.
Oh wow, we're making progress.
So by the end of the day, it's now getting even flatter, if that's possible. Land's very flat, very little, maybe 25 feet above sea level here and there. And it even looks like it might be starting to get a little bit marshy as the sun sets.
Marshy, marshy, marshy.
Marshy, marshy, marshy.
Blue Star will probably call on Khan, see if he's trucking along and doing okay still, since we haven't heard from him in a while.
Well, apparently not, because
He has disappeared.
Oh, never mind.
See those tracks? There are no Chernari tracks.
He's melted. He's just that big puddle of white there now.
My name was Frosty the whole time.
We lost him in the snow.
Don't cry, I'll be back next year. Little Windy. Whatever that little girl's name was in Frosty. I think it was Windy, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Windy Lou Who.
That's the Grinch.
I know. Who?
Apparently a goblin corpse has been following you the whole time, one that I forgot to delete.
Oh, oops.
We attached it to a belt.
And why is this person here? Did y'all see the token?
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought you put
Oh,
it
that,
and
I
wasn't saying anything.
Was that the... Oh, okay. Was
how do I take it away? That was my old Hithelian thing. So let me get. How do I get rid of it?
you want it, or do you want to use the other one?
No, you
Just-
can use the. I like your other one better.
All right, just delete. I think only the
Oh, yeah.
the GM can do it though.
Okay.
So
Oh, here
all
and then
right.
I'll adjust my.
So you stop and rest for the night, I suppose, or do you keep pushing on? Sildorian wants to stop and rest.
Let's seek out a safe place for rest.
So be it. I've ridden these lands before, but it's been quite a while. You see him scanning around.
Yeah.
I do not see any place any better than the other. In case you have not noticed, I've been trying to avoid what little settlements there are in this area.
Is there a reason for this?
We do not need supplies, and I do not wish to interact with humans.
Hmm.
Blue Star kind of pouts at this, but she doesn't say anything.
As you're pounding, he's kind of scanning around. He sends the hawk off again one more time, probably before bedding down. And the hawk comes back. Blue Star probably notices there's no triple nod from the bird. So, as you figured out the supposed secret, he just starts to set up his tent like wherever. That's another reason you can tell he's like the last 2 nights you saw him like deliberately find this hidden or defensible area to like. He seems like he doesn't like care. He just kind of like pitches his tent. And you're finally in an area with no snow, like you've gotten out of the snowy region.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's still a little cold, but it's not.
Set up a warm fire.
Yeah, do you want to build a fire for tonight?
Yes.
So
Yes, so
there's some trees around. You can gather some firewood.
Let me check.
So
I don't think.
be a survival roll if anybody wants to. Sildorian will help with that.
I mean,
Okay.
Giving you a +1 if you want.
I'm pretty decent at it. I can do it unless you're doing it there, Blue Star.
I don't know.
All right, here comes mine. 16.
Cool. All right. Athelian, yeah, you're able to gather up enough firewood. It takes you about half an hour, but you get enough firewood that lasts for, you figure, a good 8-hour fire, 10-hour fire. Get it started. And I'll put the little campfire sort of thing out here.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll circle up and take our usual watches.
Okay, same old pattern.
Before
Yeah.
that, though, Blue Star will ask everyone if anyone still has wounds that need to be healed, because she'll offer to heal them.
No, I'm fine, my lady. Thank you.
Italian, are you all right?
Um, I was about to say I'm down a little, but then having you heal me would take from your life energy. So no, I'm fine.
Well, I also have a healer's pouch, so I could use.
Yeah, mundane healing.
Well, I will, and if since you ask, I will pull to the side and just say to you, I tried to heal Sildorian some, and it sapped a little of my energy. If you have anything that could aid in healing,
Sure, I'll do.
or just long-term care.
Yeah, I'll do.
That's about all you could do right now for.
Yeah, the healer's pouch, and plus my healer's touch should.
Oh, yeah. So you get to use your magnetism and your intellect. And then the pouch gives you an additional +1 bonus to the healing arts roll.
Won't be as high as my other stuffs, but let's hope for the best.
So you could
Oh,
use,
that's okay.
or then again, perhaps.
You get all the help back
That-
and more.
That should be an exploding 22.
So yeah, Madison, you get to roll again, exploding 20. So, but you don't add the 5 on the reroll. So 13. So 38, I believe.
33 and 5. Yep. 38.
38 is a critical success. Is it's just for the
I'm
audience out-
invincible.
for the audience again, if you score 20 above what you need, that's a critical success. And the best way to do that is to roll a natural 20 because it explodes. That means you get to roll again and add it to. And if you roll another 20, it just keeps exploding. Although, as you can tell, mathematically, that would be difficult. But I've seen 3 natural 20s in a row, I think twice.
Wow.
What is that? 1 in 600? 1 in 800? I don't know.
It's impressive.
A
either
lot.
way.
Yes, a lot. All right. So So Matt, was that? No, that was Madison. So Madison, roll 1d4, if you would. The only time we do non-d20s in Savage Kingdoms. There's these lovely critical success and critical failure charts in the skill section. 3, so diagnosing. Okay, no, that doesn't apply, so we'll take the one next to it. Oh, okay, you grant the patient +1 to health and stamina for 1 hour's time.
Ooh.
So you did such a great job that you wait, is that right? Oh no, actually I read it wrong. You're able to heal Hethelian a health point, and
Okay.
she now has long-term care going on her also.
Oh, okay. So I'm back to full health then.
So you succeeded in doing long-term care, but you also managed to retouch up her bandages enough to heal her a point. So yeah. Oh, did it heal you all the way?
Yeah, I was just down a point.
Oh, cool. So she gave it back to you. All right.
Now I just
awesome.
with rest I'll get my stamina back and we'll be good.
Good job, Blue Star. Eric is still gone. It's probably a baby problem.
Baby emergency. Well, hopefully not.
Baby problem. So so you guys stay up on watch, do normal watches and that sort of thing.
Yes, so Hethelian and Sildorian take the first.
Okay. All right. Sildoran's very quiet again, even more than normal. Like, in fact, he really doesn't even talk at all this time.
Mm. I'll keep an eye out watching him, but I'll also keep an eye out watching, but I'll also keep an eye on him, in his quietness, just to see if
Okay.
look for any clues as to what's going on.
Some of it's brooding, fairly typical dark sheep thing, but like it's even more than it should be. So he's clad in his chainmail, he has a black cloak on. He just kind of like keeps wrapped up in the cloak. Sometimes he has his sword out, like kind of stuck on the ground, keeping vigil with it. His sort of elegant she long sword. And so meanwhile, oh dear. All right. So during the night, is it this watch or is it another one? So basically, Hethelian and Sildorian are taking the first 2 watches, essentially, right?
Yes.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Blue Star and Khan sort of take,
Yeah.
the rest. So, other than watching Sildorian, kind of keep an eye on him, Hethelian, the night's very quiet. Occasionally, you hear the wind kind of kicking up out of nowhere, but it never gets that bad. But you're on these kind of open plains that are kind of susceptible to winds, and all this kind of plays out for about a couple hours, and you're probably getting fairly close to the end of your watch. And make a perception roll. Perception.
Percepzione, you think
So
I
this
can
would be if you have any specialties. Do you have any specialties?
No.
Okay, so just regular skill.
All right. Here it comes. Here it comes. Where is it? There it is. Ooh, 15.
Oh dear God! Anything
was-
but that.
It was teetering on a base 4, so I'm glad it went to the 11.
It's literally the worst thing to roll in this situation. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I think
you don't want to perceive this.
I think you missed by 1 is why I'm.
Oh,
Let me see.
typical.
Oh no, you succeeded. Never mind. All right, so yeah, towards the end of your watch, kind of watching Sildorian and stuff, and just kind of staying attuned. Oh, he's returned, and his shirt's off. That's scary. Oh no, it's.
It matches the mountains.
I literally thought your shirt was off. It's like question. I'm like, I now know what Eric was doing for those 9 minutes.
I can take the shirt off if you'd like.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll talk later.
Ah,
Uh,
that's not a Zoom meeting. That's a
I'll
what's that
keep
one?
you warm.
What's that thing that's on the anyway? Yes.
Some of my youth players watch these. I guess I should probably. All right. Actually, they'll probably be amused. Probably be more amused than the adults. So
Strike the last comment, reverse it.
that's all right. Reverse it. Hethelian. Oh wait, no, that was Hethelian rolled that. So Eric, just to catch you up, we're on the towards the end of the first watch of the night. So
Good.
the day went by.
We traveled through the snow. We came to a place to camp, and we've camped it.
Pretty much it. Yep.
Okay.
And you're currently camping. And Hethelian, you notice it looks like Sildorian does too, because he's suddenly from his brooding with his sword, he kind of looks up and you see him looking towards the north, which is also where you thought you heard something. But you thought you heard some rustling and kind of some of the high grass coming from that kind of swampy area that's just north of you. And then you start seeing with your star sight, you can see these humanoids. And it looks like they've just kind of pulled themselves out of literally just kind of dragged themselves out of the marsh, as if they were drowning victims.
How far?
They're pale, they're sort of emaciated, and even their spines almost protrude out of their skin. And one of them, like a long tongue, kind of comes like a 6-8 inch long tongue kind of sticks out of it. It looks like they were maybe human at one point. They are 30 yards away.
30.
Fun.
Yeah.
But then I will quietly rustle everyone awake.
Okay.
Quiet. Does it look like they've spotted us yet?
Yeah, it looks like they're specifically headed towards you, as if they've smelled you or seen you, maybe. All right. It looks like 3 of them kind of dragging themselves out of the muck, and Sildorian's looking as well. You see, he kind of hefts his sword. By the Eluna Dole, what? Do you see that, Hethelian?
I do. Let me wake the others.
Wake the others. And he starts knocking a crossbow bolt.
Yeah. I'll be getting my bow out as well.
Okay.
Blue Star. Khan.
When Khan gets woken up, he immediately pulls his dagger and goes into a crouch. I want to do a perception to see if I can hear whatever he's talking, whatever he rustled me up for.
Yeah, you're a light sleeper, so you immediately pop up. In fact, you probably already heard them whispering.
And then I want to do a stealth thing. So can I do perception then stealth?
Yeah, do you look to whatever it is, or you just kind of assume?
Well, I'm
Jeez.
trying to hear. I'm trying to hear like any movement from them, like if the creatures are making movement or whatever that is that they woke me up for, because I don't know what they woke me up for.
Yeah, make a perception roll. And perception.
And that's hearing specialty.
Yeah. Okay. So 12 with hearing. Oh, it's going to be close. Ooh, just enough. You could hear like the sound of like mucky footprints, kind of like.
So I
And
know,
actually, and
the
then you
direct-
also hear almost like a voice, kind of like, I desire flesh, my friends. Flesh.
So I'm going to immediately drop into stealth and try to move off towards a shadow to the side, like left or right of wherever they're coming from, like to my left or right. If I'm facing them, I want to look off, see if there's a shadowy space
Okay.
that I can
As you wake
kind of
up,
get a
because
stealth.
they're so close, and they may be wanting to try to do stuff too. Everybody roll initiative.
Aha. Okie dokie.
So, and Blue Star, you're awake now because Athelion.
We're all rolling initiative or just con?
Yeah, everybody, because it looks like they're starting to head towards you a little bit faster. So, where did it start? Eric's 11.
Yep.
Oh, Eric's 11, then I had 14.
Where's Con? There's Con. All right, so Con is an 11. Athelion is a 14, as it were.
Which makes sense. She's the one who sold them.
It does make sense. Silendor, Blue Star has a 5. She's not so keen.
I just
Yeah,
woke
just
up.
She's not.
She was all warm with midnight. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up.
That's exactly her reaction.
You don't have to, I guess. Silendor, also having spotted them, reacts quite quickly with a 20.
Ooh.
I must ask you this question, Mike, in all honesty. Would these things be considered animated corpses? Because I have a phobia against animated corpses, and that might affect how this
What was
plays
your
out.
perception? Okay. Yeah, okay. So one thing you do notice also with that perception roll, you could smell a bit of rot. Even from 30 yards, like these are rotting. These are some type of foul undead.
So I guess my phobia will come into play.
Yeah, is it minor or major?
I didn't notate that. I just got. How would I
How
know?
many points was it?
Oh, it's +2.
So
Okay.
it's 2 points, so it's the minor.
That's a major unless it's a favor, that would be a minor.
Unless it's a favor.
A
Yeah, like if your
favored
species has a
weakness.
favored weakness.
Let me
from
double
your
check.
from your calling or your race. Yeah, probably not.
Okay, let me just check.
I think it's something you.
It's a
kinda
major
came up with.
phobia? You gross.
This is a
Major.
That's DL 20 resolve to overcome.
Gross.
Here.
20.
Yeah, it's 10 for minor. Do you find the Eluna sheet? I can find it. I don't think I wouldn't. Having designed the race, I don't think it's one of theirs, but it could be. Because who knows what sort of drug I was on when I wrote the
Favorite weakness, favored weakness is Gaius Taboo, Oathbound, Obsession, and Too Tall and Waif. So no, it is not a favored.
So it's major then for 2 points.
Dang me and my honesty.
So you are. thanks though. So yeah, you're probably kind of like, as soon as you catch that whiff, like you're probably like, oh my god, your eyes are getting huge. And we'll deal with that on your initiative. So right now it is their turn. No, actually, Sildoran reacts first.
I was going to say they got better than a 20.
So for like animated corpses, they actually move really fast. So maybe these are not what you think they're. All right. You could also have done a lore roll for free if you wanted to. And also Khan could have, because he's light sleeper, so he could have.
All right. Well, here comes my lore.
No, I'm not going to roll a lore. I'm not very smart.
Ooh, I got a 23 on lore, so
Oh, yes, you know these to be ghouls.
okay.
Slobbering form of
pretty
undead,
ghouls?
recently deceased human corpse, reanimated by either some dark or sinister death magic or from the bite of a vampire. Because vampires are known to create ghouls. So you know that they subsist on flesh. They are cursed.
Yeah.
Like they're
As we're all preparing, I will
endless
shake.
hunger. Yeah.
As everyone prepares, I will shakily inform the party. I think they're ghouls. I do not
Yeah.
like these.
And furthermore, with the lore, you've heard not only are they flesh eaters, but they can be plague bearers. So it's said that some of the claw or bite of a ghoul can cause disease. Yeah. So
Don't let them touch you. They might bear disease or illness.
ghouls, yes,
You turned into a snake now.
cursed form of undead. Yeah. And
Sorry,
Matt
that's my other character.
Hethelian has heard that they do have a bit of a phobia against fire and bright light.
Mm. Once again, I will share that.
Have you even heard a
Of course
story
I know.
once? You heard a story once too on the battlefield. Somebody like threw a corpse off the like on the field of battle, and the ghouls all went to the corpse and allowed the army to escape.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, who should we kill?
Whether that's true or not.
yeah, exactly. I share that information. So hopefully use your fire if you've got it.
Well, we are standing right next to a campfire, so maybe we should stay near it.
Indeed. I do not think we have time to flee. We'd have to ready the horses, and my tent is still here. Slay them! And so Sidorian, he had already knocked a bolt from his crossbow, this cool kind of sleek blackwood dark sheath crossbow, and he fires a bolt at one of them, and it will hit Khan in the face for Eric's eyes one. So the bolt actually will, that probably hits. They're fairly quick, but it doesn't dodge that. Yeah, the bolt strikes it, and it does seem to harm it. And it's just regular steels. So, and
Do we have a location on the player grid where all these critters is?
oh, you don't see them? I put them on there.
Oh,
I
I
see
see
one.
one.
I see
Really? Just the
one.
one?
One to the north
Is
of
it
us.
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these aren't showing up then. I'll just use those guys. It's so weird. Roll20 has been so weird. Like some of the tokens will show, and others do not. Do y'all see this one?
Yep.
Okay.
There he is.
All right.
He's got a ladle. Watch out.
So he's going to ladle good.
Well, that's a toilet brush. One of the two. Can't tell. It's a little fuzzy.
That's right. So it did seem to harm it.
Disembowel him with a spoon.
Yeah. And Hethelia's turn. Hethelian. He spends his second action reloading.
Okay. I will knock 2 arrows and prepare a double arrow shot.
Oh dear.
And
We are getting serious, aren't we?
yes.
And just know the scale right now is kind of off. They're actually 30 yards away and
Okay.
not 5 yards from Khan.
All right. And so I roll for each shot. So I guess, so here's the first shot.
Yeah, each one's at -2.
26 instead of 28.
Oh dear. That will definitely. Which one do you aim at, or does it matter? Just
The closest one.
that's the one he tagged.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the one to his
28.
right will be the secondary target. So
Dear me. All right, 28. Well, first of all, let me 14 points to 15 with armor piercing. It drops this thing. The arrow pierces right through its throat. It's just like it drops on the ground. It still crawls for a few like disturbing moments, and then it finally stops.
whew.
And then the second arrow,
Where's
you could shoot another target within 3 yards of the original target.
Yeah, so the one to his right as we're looking at the board here. And you said that's at -2?
Yep. And it's
So I'll just go.
two
I'll go
stamina
ahead and
points.
Oh,
That
that's
one-
already reduced. So the 10 is what it is. So.
Yeah, that one whistles off to its right by a couple of feet. All right. Second action for Hithelian. I'll just
No.
stay there.
Just
All right.
stay here.
All right. Con.
I'm going to drop into stealth,
Okay.
or try to at least.
All right. Cool.
Kind of move off to this direction if possible. But first, I'm going to try to drop into stealth.
Okay. You have very little cover. You do have some high weeds and stuff,
Okay.
and the tent. But
He likes weeds.
It's
And you-
thinking. I've
and
clicked
you
the
have-
roll button. It is thinking.
You have darkness as well to your old
There
friend.
it is. Finally. Thank God for my plus 11.
Oh dear God, a natural one, but it is 12 total. So it's like, okay, so yeah, Khan starts to head off. He ducks into a crouch, heads that way. You could just tell by this one's head. Actually, both of them. They kind of their gaze follows you. They totally see/smell you.
Well, I'm just gonna, I move half my speed in the crouch, correct?
Yeah, it's one action, and then you could do.
So I go 8, whatever that is. Have I made 8 yet? Well, let's just say I have.
It's probably more. Yeah, close enough.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 8 that way, and then I'm just gonna draw or I have my blade drawn. Khan is just gonna hunker down,
Okay.
be ready, and I'm just gonna really focus my attention on them, hearing and my limited sight with shape and movement.
Yeah, and you particular Khan could smell this overwhelming stench of rotting flesh,
Okay.
and it kind of helps you pinpoint where they are because you don't
Right.
see a thing from where they are right now.
All right, it's because it's dark, right? It's nighttime.
Nighttime, and they're 30 yards away.
Yeah.
So, but the smell is like pretty easy to pinpoint, and you can kind of hear them too.
Okay.
So now their turn, and for some reason, like when that first one dropped by the bolt and the arrow through its throat, these two right here, they kind of hiss, their long tongues dangle out, and they're sort of like, and they actually start to move back into the marsh, like they're retreating. However, they only move back for like a couple of yards, and you could see two others joining them coming out of the water. It's like they moved back to wait for these, perhaps.
Heaven forbid, it's an easy fight.
That's right.
You had them outnumbered at first.
And and then lo and behold, an undead Drake flies into the party.
The usual. So
He's
two
on
of them-
nobody's side. He fights everybody.
two start heading in Khan's direction. All right, what's their mobility here? How far can they get to? 24. Okay, so they move to about 8 yards from Sildorian, Blue Star, and Athelian when their 6-second turn is over with.
They go
So-
24.
Yeah. All right, and that was just kind of a run, not a sprint, obviously. All right, next back to Hethelia, or no, Blue Star.
I'm trying to figure out what I
Blue Star.
Song magic only does +1 to the magic roll, correct?
It's half of your skill levels and performance you add to your magical arts,
Oh,
which may only be. What do you have? 3, 4? No, 3.
well, in total, I have.
No, it's actual
Nine.
skill levels. Actual skill levels.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, just 3.
So then you'd only add 1 because it rounds down.
No,
Unfortunately.
not worth it then. Well, I'm going to try to cast Quagmire. Not that I think it's going to be successful. On
Giggity, giggity.
Do you want the lesser version or the greater version? Are you? It's what, a 2x2 or a 4x4?
the 2x2. Could I get the 2 goals next to each other right now?
All right. Which one's the 2?
The 2 like that are right directly.
Oh yeah, the minor version would get both of those. The 2x2 yard version.
I'll do that then. I have a good roll for this, but we'll find out.
The Quagmire. I just got the I just got the reference that Matt did. Now it's funny. 28 seconds later.
Ooh, good roll.
Yes. For a plus
Oh,
2. Very good.
21. You should have went for the big one. Yeah.
No,
All right.
I had a plus 2. I didn't think it was gonna work, honestly.
So yeah, you tap into the magic as you start speaking the incantation, tracing runes and gestures in the air with at least one hand, and they have to make an acrobatics roll to dodge. So lots of luck against a 21, but they're fairly quick. One fails; he's stuck in the quagmire, and the other makes a valiant effort, but not good enough.
Ah.
And here is our 2x2. So that is all sucking muck. Far worse than the muck they came out of. This is like this is like sucking them down like quicksand. So they get sucked down 1 foot per round. Nice. So, and Blue Star, that was what, 3 stamina? No, 2.
2.
Only 2 for that lower version. All right. Second action or no?
Midnight.
I don't want midnight anywhere near these things.
He's like, thank you. They smell bad.
Yeah,
I
know
don't
if
want to eat them.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to send Midnight out because I don't want to get him diseased.
Right. Okay.
But I can't use Battle Muse, right? As a second action.
Yeah. It only costs an action.
Oh. Okay.
And it's not an offensive, it's not an attack action, so.
Okay, then I will cast Battle Muse.
Okay. Well, it's not really a spell, you just start playing
Oh, okay.
like inspiring music. So remember I said it's only like drums and chants. That's actually not true. I reread my own right, and it's like it could be any instrument.
Oh,
So you could play a battle song on a harp or something.
Yeah, I'll do harp just because I get a plus
flute
1
or whatever. Yeah. So make your performance roll.
Still not good enough. 13.
It costs you a stamina. No, it's only DL10, so it does work. DL20 version is the one that does the higher tier thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough to give everybody +1 to defense and melee weaponry rolls for the next round. But it's not ranged weaponry rolls. It's specifically,
I'm gonna make a
Forget
bard
about-
that plays a kazoo next time.
So I put the symbol.
That's right. Or the triangle.
It's actually why originally I worded it to make it more like epic instruments. I probably should have left it. It was worded as specifically war drums or war chants. But then I'm like, nobody will make it silly. Oh, wait, never mind.
Leave it to me. I will
Then
always
came
jump
Eric.
reed whistle. I pick up a blade of grass, put it between my fingers, and
That's actually kind of cool.
okay.
What is the symbol that I put on? Okay. So the heart symbol on the token of Blue Star reminds us of Battle Muse. All right. That was another stamina as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm down to 9 now.
that was a stamina suck round, but it was probably worth it.
Actually, maybe I should send Midnight in. Yeah,
free
Are the people trapped in
It's a free
Quagmire?
action to command something he's trained in. So the ghouls there.
Are those considered helpless?
No, because they're still able
Okay.
to move slightly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Their agility's at -5 though.
Helpless is more unconscious, correct?
Yeah, unconscious, sleeping, paralyzed, like no movement at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're able to kind of like struggle with their arms and their shoulders. Is that it, Blue Star? Or are you gonna send them?
Oh, I'm just cure ailment also counts for disease, correct? We just don't know what kind,
poisons and
what-
disease.
we just don't know what kind of disease these ghouls would have unless
Right.
that lore roll that Hethelian did would tell us what kind of disease, but I doubt that.
No,
Uh,
doesn't. But it doesn't really matter as long as it's a disease. You think the spell would work?
Okay.
I mean, unless it's some really rare, obscure thing, but
All right. Well, to send or to not to send midnight.
that is the question. The slings and arrows of Eluna Sidhe.
Of undead creatures.
I think I'm gonna hold midnight off for a round
Okay.
to see if
Hold back the cavalry for a round.
just
Okay.
in case the ranged people
Yeah.
get some good shots in, maybe.
Plus they have to get out of that DL21 quagmire. That's going to be tough. So back to the top of the next round with Sildorian, son of Ildorian. And he will, not really his name. So he, it sounded weirdly cool though.
Yeah.
He looses a bolt at the closest one. And he will, oh, wow.
Crit success.
The bolt drills it right in the chest, like right in the heart. And you could tell if it was a normal living person, it probably would have killed it, but it keeps coming. But it is pretty hurt, 13 to 10 points of damage. So it's staggered, actually. Staggered, but only barely so.
Staggered.
All right. And he reloads as a second action because you have to do that with the crossbow. And Hitalion.
This time I will.
Oh, the first
sing-
thing you have to do. Oh, wait, sorry, Matt. I'm sorry to cut you off, but because I'll forget if I don't put it in there. They're close enough now to where your phobia is starting to kick in. Like smell, you now see them in detail, and it's like.
Does that take a resolve roll then, or
as a reaction? It doesn't cost you an action.
okay? All right, here comes a resolve roll.
But we do it at the top of your turns. That way we keep track of it. Deal 20. Apparently it's major.
Oh.
Oh, wow. So you are incapable of taking. Yeah. So you're basically, what is the drawback of phobia? You're incapable with interacting with the phobia. So you're kind of sitting there. The good news is you could take it's per action. So you could, your second action, you could try to overcome the fear again. So you could get another roll if you want. I mean, that's really all you can do.
Yeah, then that's what I'll do.
So y'all probably notice that Thalion kind of suddenly frozen with fear.
And it gets worse.
Still,
I am more scared.
Remains terrified for the next 6 seconds.
They're shaking with my bow. I'm like trying to.
Yeah, Sildorian hasn't noticed yet. Oh dear, Khan is next.
Khan is going to. These guys are in quagmire, right?
Yeah, the sucking quicksand.
How far away is the guy next to the X?
From you? So yeah, that's right, because we're in kind of weird terms. So he moved up. That actually is kind of close to actual scale at this point.
So is that within 16?
Yeah, so I would say he's probably 12 yards away.
Okay. So I'm going to move around the quagmire pit, coming up to the flank of this guy.
Okay.
And going to stab at him with my pokey knife.
All right.
Your Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Pokeghoul.
Pokeghoulman.
Oh.
And I get +1 from her battle muse. So that's 23.
Yeah. Oh, 23 with Mastercrafted Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So your blade just like rips into its back, that's probably going to be maximum damage. No, not quite maximum, but 9 points of damage. Oh wait, arm piercing 1.
Yep.
23. So no, it is 9 points. It would have been 8 otherwise. 9 points of damage goes ripping into the spine of this creature, and he is staggered. Okay. Barely, but he is. Nice. It's like, he kind of like whirls around and you're getting ready to claw and bite you.
That's fine.
Which we will go ahead and start with him on his turn. So he claws at Khan.
My defense is now a 20.
20, okay. Lots of luck on his part.
Best of luck. hope you don't die, but I really do. Not really. I hope you die a horrible death.
I think it's +4. There we go. All right, the claw. Uh-oh, what was the defense now? 20?
20.
Oh, the claw tags you for 1 point of damage. Minus armor.
Fantastic.
No armor, right?
No armor.
Okay.
I'm armorless.
So just manages to scratch you for 1 point of damage.
Shit fire.
That was the claw, right? Yep. Okay, and then he's like, he like bites at you with these really sharp teeth. 2 of which seem to be starting to grow into almost like vampiric sizers. And the bite barely misses.
Damn.
So
With
Eric,
a 20?
well,
Jesus.
he got 18 on the bite.
Right, but I'm saying it's like I got a 20 defense and I'm still getting hit. That's some wicked attacks.
Well, just 1 point of damage. However, make a endurance roll if you would, or at least attempt an endurance roll.
Endurance again. Oh, I don't have any bonuses, so just endurance.
No specialties.
Boop.
All right. Other than the scratch, you so far feel okay.
Okay.
Sweet. And all right, the 2 and the Quagmire try to pull themselves out. It is now a raw physique roll to get out. So, oh man, one explodes a 20.
Oh,
Yay.
Gets a 38. It's not a
Jeez.
crit because it's DL21. But he gets out immediately and comes right up to Khan. Claws his
Of course he
way out. That was one action to do that. Fortunately, it took an action to get right next to you, so he won't be able to attack this round unless he does
he's like, I'm right here.
rushing attack. He doesn't. They're not that good. And then the other one tries to pull himself out. And he and or she, it's hard to tell what gender it was in real life, is still stuck. And these 2, this and right here, closes in on Sildorian. Sildorian's like, there's one coming. He's like fumbling with his crossbow. You can tell he's getting ready to ditch it and draw a sword probably. And it will close in on him. His horse is like, horse is kind of going crazy, but it's a war horse, so it's kind of used to battle and horrible smells and that sort of thing. And then a claw seems to rip through Sildorian's chainmail on his leg. So he gets
No.
wounded.
No.
Dear gods. So be falling to hell immediately. And then it tries to bite him. Follows up with a bite, and that will be a nope. He like kicks it in the head, kicks it out of the way as it misses. And then the last one, I believe. Did I do them all?
You did them all.
I thought there was one more.
It was a dead one.
Nope, already did that. All right, yeah. So Blue Star. Blue Star's turn.
What do I want to do? Unfortunately, Khan is too close to them. I can't do Quagmire again on those 2 without getting him. And the other one too. So I can't do that anymore.
You could try to get one of them in the corner of it, maybe, but
Yeah. They're so close to him though, it won't matter, I don't think. Alright.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you could do something like that, but is it worth it? I suppose is the question.
Yeah.
Oh, so Quagmire isn't the concentration spell. Once it's cast, it's going.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
it
that's
lasts for a minute, I believe.
That's cool. So 10 rounds, but they generally sink within 3 or 4. So that's excellent.
Yeah, 3 rounds usually.
That's
As long as they
fantastic.
don't-
Yeah, it's not a focus spell.
As long as they don't pull another 20, that one's pretty much good.
Yeah.
Exploding 20s. Yay.
Maybe you could kick him back into the quagmire so he falls.
You could. This is Sparta him. Here's Sparta.
If I was Udonga, I could. Udonga has that knockback ability, but
Yeah. This is Imanju.
that's right.
I'll
Actually, he
second-
wouldn't be that smart. He'd say, "This is my foot."
This is happy.
The bomb.
Anyway, sorry, Madison.
No, it's okay. I'll send Midnight to wonder if I can I double tap? The
Do you s-
staggered one next to Khan. And
Okay.
have Midnight attack it.
So this black bear goes loping up towards it. The ghoul seems to show no fear because they're probably incapable of it. And all right, do you want to roll his attacks or you want me to?
Oh, you go ahead.
All right, you trust me. All right, so first, it's pretty good bonus. Plus, black bear +5. So it's claw. Oh, exploding 20.
Ah, I'm glad you rolled then.
So his claw, oh man, 37 total. That is critical success. And maximum damage with the claw, which is for a black bear, I think it's 12.
72.
So just rips its face off, almost its entire head, and it goes down in a heap. And
Two
then
down, 3 to go.
because of his crit, he's actually able to carry on to here and seems to be somewhat aware of the quagmire, at least enough to like, don't step there. And then he bites the other one.
With Wolfpack tactics?
He doesn't have it.
Well, outnumbering bonus though, right?
Yeah, +1. Yep. The bite barely misses by 2. So, oh well. But he dropped the 1. And that was a free
Yay.
action. Blue Star still has 2 actions.
Nice. Since I don't want to be fatigued, Blue Star is going to attempt to oh, you know what? You said loading an arrow takes an action.
No.
So never mind.
No, free action for an arrow. It's an action for a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Yeah. They take longer to load in real life than.
Okay. So first she'll actually okay. She will draw her short bow and try. No, wait, I can't do that because Dorian's in the way.
Well, you can move first as one action. You
That's
could use an
true.
action to move if you want, up to
I
your
wanna-
mobility.
I still want to use Battle Muse though. No, never mind then. She'll move to here and continue Battle Muse.
Okay, cool. So you can roll again if you want, or you can just keep it going to where it was.
What was
It's
my
your choice to roll performance.
13? No, I think I can do better
Just
than that.
keep it. Okay. Oh,
No, I'll try it again. See if
might
it
as
gets
well. I
better.
mean, as long as you can't crit fail.
16. A little
16,
better.
all right. Still the same effect, but you need a 20 to get the +1 to resolve it in endurance rolls. It'd be nice for Hethalion, though, to get the +1 resolved. But you get so everybody gets the +1 to defense and melee weaponry again. And that's another stamina point, Blue Star.
Yep, down to 8. Almost fatigued.
Sweet. Okay. All right. And back to the top of the round with
3, I think.
Sidorian. Sidorian is throws his. He doesn't even bother he just chunks the crossbow to the side, draws his sword and slashes. Actually, he's drawing a dagger as well, still mounted, and guess he has dual blade, so we'll not use it. And his long sword nicks it, but not enough to do any damage. In other words, he hit right on the DL, and there's no armor piercing. And he follows up with a stab of the dagger, just kind of nicks it for 1 point of damage. And then
Dang
the
it.
second action, he makes the warhorse attack.
Oh.
So the warhorse hooves are flailing at it. Oh, and a hoof does catch it for 4 points of damage. You hear bones breaking, but the creature's still still up.
I'm gonna say if he could kill it, it would be take away my fear because the other ones are farther away. Dang it.
That's true. And Hethalian's turn. I guess
So-
you have little choice to.
I have to resolve roll.
Yeah.
Resolve it.
What you missed by 1?
15.
No, you need a 20.
Oh, it's 20. I was thinking it was 15. Dang it. So I got another
So you
roll
can
is
spend
all
your
I've got
second
left.
action to try it again. Oh no. Critical failure.
Oh, swing and a miss. Ouch.
Oh, critical failure, Matt.
Don't make
Oh,
it
he's
hurt too
gonna run
much.
away.
And he doesn't have
He's
any
gonna run
luck.
away. The book says if you fail it, you critically fail, you immediately become terrified and run.
Yeah. That's one of the possibilities.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, in the actual phobia section?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. I just found it.
I
Oh,
have
man. Yeah, you're terrified now instead of it.
All right. Well,
Elliot just breaks and just takes off. Well, actually, you don't have any actions to take off.
I don't have any
so
actions.
Next
So
action,
round.
you will take off. Next round. All right.
I'm useless,
yeah.
guys. I'm useless.
Delian is freaking out. So let me put the yellow stain of
Stain of terror.
terrification.
Stain of cowardice. What are you, yellow?
What are you, yellow? You got a yellow dot on you, boy. Girl, whatever you are.
Girl.
So Khan's turn. Khan!
Oh, it's my turn?
Yep.
Well, I'm just going to knifey the guy next to me with, we're going to add 2 because I have the outnumbering bonus and the wonderful battle mute.
Tactics.
So let's see what
Oh, and
we
battle
do.
moves. Yeah. Yep. 22. The dagger rips into
So
it.
+2, that's 24.
Oh, 20. Oh, okay. Rips into it for 10 points, actually, armor piercing. 11 points of damage.
Woo!
And it's staggered.
I think that's the maximum for that dagger, isn't it? Yeah, max damage is
Yeah,
11.
max 11. Yeah, so you maxed it out.
Booyah.
Sweet. Nice.
And I'm going to, I get my claw attack, right?
Yeah, if you want at
My
-2.
offhand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to figure out what that is actually. Is that that's a
Brawl-
brawling attack?
Brawling, yeah.
Right? And it's at -2.
Yeah, because it's your secondary attack in the same action.
Oops.
-2, but you get the +1 for the bardic inspiration still.
Yeah, he already had it. His dagger
Oh,
drilled it for 11 points of damage.
Oh no,
Oh,
but my claw attack.
Now
Does that
this
get
This is
does claw attack get the inspiration and the outnumbering?
Yeah.
So that offsets the -2.
Any melee attack. Yeah.
Okay, so that offsets the -2 then.
Yeah.
And I don't do so well.
That is a critical failure. Exactly. Oh, no, it's not, because you reduce its defense by 2 by staggering it.
Woot!
That would have been a crit fail otherwise.
And I would have scratched myself.
Just a bad whiff, or you could have hurt the bear or something else.
Ah, it's true.
But yeah, so it's just a bad whiff.
Woof.
And you still have an action left, I believe.
It's all right. I'm just gonna hiss at the ghoul.
Kind of like
Bare my
It's
teeth
like
and
this
hiss
long
at it
tongue,
like
wow.
a cat. Khan bares his teeth and hisses at the ghoul.
Okay. It kind of hisses back at you. And on their turn, he continues to do that.
We're a hissing contest.
No longer as a reaction, now as an action. And now he starts to claw and bite at you. Actually, he claws at Khan and bites at the bear. So he's not as good anymore as he staggered. That easily whiffs. Khan dances away from it easily. And then he bites at midnight. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. So midnight is bitten for 1 point of damage.
He nibbled his ear.
1 point. So that puts him at 27 health, I think. Right? I think it's on your character. I think they're 28 health at full.
Yeah, 28.
So he's at 27 now. All right. And shall I make the endurance roll, Madison?
You got a 20 last time, so I you.
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's either plus
get a
4
one.
endurance. Eesh.
Oh no.
Critical failure. Just
No,
kidding.
seriously?
No, it wasn't.
Give you a heart attack.
Here may or may not he or may not have succeeded.
Oh, okay.
But he looks okay other than the scratch
Okay.
for now. All right, so and the one in the quagmire is now it's sucking him down, but he gets another roll. He's got 2 more rounds before he drowns. And he will not get out. So he is now sucked. It's all the way up to his neck now this round.
He's as good as dead.
Yes, again. Dead again. And where's the other? That's right. One's down here on Silendor. Claws at Silendor. The claw will. Ooh. But his chainmail. Oh, 1 point of damage got through. All right. He's starting to look a bit wounded. Not staggered, but sort of close. And then it claws at him as well. I mean, bites. And oh, the bite is barely stopped by his chainmail. Cool. All right. And Blue Star. Your turn.
I'll have Midnight try to finish off that staggered ghoul.
Okay. All right. Here we go. He gets a claw and a bite just like them. Claw. Oh, another claw to the face for 9 points of damage. Oh, yeah. He rips another face off. That one drops.
Man, Khan and Midnight together are a pretty nasty combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 2 animals just tearing things apart is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, with claws and stuff. So Thelian still has, Blue Star still has 2 actions left.
Oh, is Dorian's ghoul already dead?
Oh, wait, did I just remove the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, I removed the wrong one, yeah. It's this one, the one that's on Con, and
Gotcha.
that one has its face ripped off.
All right.
So this one will put its face back on and remove the X. So now I forgot what its health was. Oh, never mind, got it. All right. So Blue Star.
Oh, I had the thing to pull up the. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter for this one. Oh, actually. All right. She's gonna draw her short bow and attempt to not hit Dorian. This will be a +1.
So
3.
okay, 3. So I was going to say before you roll, you have to subtract per ally that's adjacent. So horse and him makes -2.
No way.
Yeah,
really?
so that's a 0.
Oh,
but if you didn't know that, you could have. So we'll just say you shot, but it didn't hit one of them.
Okay.
Because if you crit fail in that scenario, it actually does hit an ally. So,
Okay.
so it was really close. The arrow kind of skims off of Sildorian's chainmail.
I'm sorry, Dorian. And she just pulls back her harp and continues playing.
Just gives a quick look, but he can't afford to look back too much.
Yeah, she'll just do battle music again.
He's like, just play, Bar, just play.
I'm sorry.
So second action for Blue Star?
Yeah.
Or is that it? Continue in battle muse.
Yeah. This, I don't know why the plus, it usually has like a little thing that I can plug in the plus thing, but it's like
all the bonuses, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it disappeared on me.
Roll 20 is being weird.
Yeah, it's like not popping up. So this roll will be +9.
Performance.
So 20.
20? Yeah. All right, so that's +1 to endurance, resolve, melee attacks, and defense for everybody this round. So that might help with Thelian out.
Keep me from fleeing.
She's already like across the field. And then she's like, oh wait, I'm good.
Yeah.
If she really kicks in this battle song now, it's getting serious.
Yeah.
And Sildorian being
You were playing in
inspired
minor before.
chords.
Now you switched to major.
Yeah, you're like, enough of this offbeat jazz chords. And Sildorian will slash his sword. Strikes. Cuts it deep in the neck. Like all this congealed black blood pours out of its neck, but it's still barely standing. Like its head's all crooked. And then he tries to follow up with a dagger strike. That will connect and drop it. So that ghoul also falls. All right, only one left in the quagmire. So Sildorian's, it's only one left. Hethalion! Hethalion, are you with me? He's like shouting over at you. And since he uses his second action to do that, he actually gives you an immediate resolve roll.
With the +1 to the
From
all
her
right.
inspiration.
Fingers crossed. Plus that one's dead. Does that mean it's out of the other one's out? You gotta be kidding me.
Oh yeah, you would have a +5 bonus because that one is it's being sucked into the earth.
Like it
Even
only has
still,
the head popping out.
Yeah, but for some reason that's creepier. You said like your eyes fixate on this like head that's being sucked, and somehow that's just as creepy, if not worse.
So to keep me from fleeing, at least I'm still scared, but just
Oh,
here.
that's right. I forgot about your critical failure. So you're actually taking off. He's like, Hethalion! And you're like running off.
Thank God the Hethalion has a very small movement ability.
What is your mobility?
What is it? 10 or 11? Mobility's 11.
Okay.
It's not that bad. I thought
So
it was
run.
less than that.
So you get 22 yards. So, you're hauling. And you don't really have to sprint per se. It's just you have to get away. All right. So Khan, because we know.
So is the one with his
His
head poking up considered helpless now?
Oh wait, Matt gets a second action to try to break the.
Oh, one more
So
roll
the
attempt.
only good thing about terrified is once you're out of sight of whatever it is that terrified you, then the condition passes.
Ah.
So, I think you're far enough away at this point.
These
Yeah.
all suck. These
So
rolls suck.
the terrified's over now as you run that far, Matt, but the intimidation's still there.
Okay.
So you're able to stop, compose yourself, but you look back and you're still kind of paralyzed a little bit with fear.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly. And meanwhile, it's Khan.
Is the guy with only his head poking out finally considered helpless?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to come up to the edge of the quagmire and
He's minus
stab
5
at him.
to agility, so his defense is only 9.
Well, I'm going to stab at him with my pokey knife
Can you reach
yet
him?
again.
Oh yeah, as long as you kind of get in the bear's way, but he doesn't seem to mind.
I just come around here and I poke him.
Mm.
Poke,
You thrust at the
and that's 15.
So 15, so that's 6 points of damage. Actually, 6 arm piercing 1, 7 points of damage. Not quite staggered, but really close.
And then I'm going to claw at him.
Okay. Brawling
And this is
minus,
with all the bonuses.
brawling -2, and then you have
Right, -2, but then I have the outnumbering and the other thing, correct?
yes. The inspiration.
So only 11 with the claw.
Still catches him 2 points of damage. And he's now staggered. Woohoo!
Yay.
And
With
hissing
only
at
his
you.
head sticking
It's
out.
just one head, like, its tongue is like lolling. It's really creepy. And that's probably so. On its turn, it focuses most of its attention to trying to pull itself out of the quagmire, which lots of luck being staggered. And as he critically fails, he immediately gets sucked down the final foot into the. He crit fails with a 3.
Oh my gosh. At least I'm not the only one crit failing here.
And all is quiet again. And Ithalion's able to recompose herself.
Alien dear, are you all right? And Blue Star like drops stuff and runs up to her and she hugs her. She's like, it's okay.
I feel better now. That was quite disturbing.
It's all right. They're all disturbing. Undead do that.
Yes, I had a bad incident with an undead when I was much younger, and it scarred me.
Oh, you poor dear. Well, come back to the fire. It's all done.
Thank you.
Sildorian kind of watches you. He looks less forgiving than Blue Star by his look.
If Blue Star notices, she shoots him a very dirty look, like, don't you dare say anything.
He shoots you one back and then kind of looks away and then begins to look more for his to his wounds.
Khan begins licking his wounds, or his one wound, his little scratch, in a sense of doing that.
Ah. Oh.
Oh, doing fresh. Okay, so it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's basically cleaning his wounds with his tongue and doing cat things.
Hopefully no ghouls come out of the swamp during this time. Nothing does, so 10 minutes do pass as you're licking yourself and probably doing whatever basic stuff you know about cleaning wounds, which is probably mostly licking them. And yeah, 15 is enough to heal 1 health point back.
Which is the only one I lost. Yay.
So you're able to heal it. And you feel okay, unless this is a disease that kicks in later. All right.
Character, I don't have control of it right now. I don't know if that's just,
Really?
yeah.
Madison is breaking roll 20.
I'm sorry.
Let's see if I can. That is so weird. What's going on? Oh, did you?
Fire and settles.
I hopped out to reload it because the rolling wasn't working.
Oh, okay. And now there's a random green line.
How did I think I did that. How do I get rid of it?
It's like a snot string between both of your noses. Very disturbing.
It's a she string.
We're crying so much because of the horrific experience that
That's all I can do is cry. Eric, are you frozen? Are you? Nope.
No, I'm here. I'm looking at my character. I moved him to the fire.
Okay. Having licked your wounds.
Yeah, Khan comes and settles back in by the fire now that the fight is over and I've licked my wounds and I've recovered my health, as it were.
Okay.
Who else is wounded? I do have enough strength to heal wounds.
you wouldn't rather rest, dear. I'm sure that was traumatic.
Was Midnight hurt?
I believe so. I was going to check him. Can I make a would it be perception to see if he has disease?
Healing arts.
Oh, healing arts.
Yeah. Can examine him with.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna examine him.
Oh,
20.
next
All right.
exploding. That's
Get to roll again and add just a raw one. Oh yes, that's he won. You are 99.9% sure that he is not sickened. He's not diseased.
Oh,
The
thank
wound probably wasn't deep enough. He just kind of like rubs against you. Meanwhile, as you're doing that, Blue Star, Sildorian looks at you, Hethelian, and my lady Hethelian, if you know any of your healing arts or your healing magics, I would be grateful if you were to use it and perhaps make up for that cowardice that you showed.
I'll explain to you sometime this traumatizing event I had with an undead creature in my youth, but I'll come up and lay hands on him and
You want to do it as a ritual to get +2, or do you want to just do it straight up?
Yeah, we have time. I'll do it as a ritual.
As long as nothing happens in the hour.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, the hour goes by uneventfully. So you set up, do you have at least 2 of the ritual materials, right?
Yes.
The candles and the
bowl.
bowl of clean water and or eggshells or something. So you
Yeah.
set all that up, and she begins to kind of chant and caper occasionally and sort of chant this ritual over and over several times for about a whole hour. And all right, so make your magical arts life roll an additional +2 for the ritual.
Coming. Oh, I had it here. Or did I lose it? Here it comes. What? You gotta be freaking kidding me.
God.
What the? I'm gonna reboot Roll20. I'm gonna reload, see if it gives me a
Dorian
fresh.
calls you a coward, and then you like open his wounds up with a crit failure. No, it's not a crit
Purpose.
Oh, good God.
So
I have
whole
no
hour-
luck.
a whole hour and nothing comes of your magic, but except for you lose a health point and 2 stamina.
Thalian,
Which
maybe
is-
I should try. It seems like you're still a bit shaken from the
Yes. Please do, because that made me fatigued, the loss of the stamina.
I feel though your spell has done nothing. Your ritual, Italian.
It doesn't always work,
I'm-
Dorian.
So it would seem.
I am more tired than I thought.
Never mind. I will tend to myself with herbs and such. And then you actually catch him under his breath, Athelion. He mutter, and she hear him muttering, "Bloody Eluna, she. They should all perish in lakes of blood." And he walks off.
Thalian's just sitting there thoroughly exhausted,
Poor Athelion.
recovering from fatigue and horror. And
Yeah, Blue Star just pats the shoulder and be like, he's just a grumpy old elf. Don't pay no heed to him. You should take
Blue Star, I can hear you.
Yes, I know. I said it because I meant it. Anyways, Athelian.
It's enough to reawaken the ghouls. Keep your voice down.
Han stirs and shifts as he settles in to fall asleep next to the fire.
Khan's like,
Athelian,
stupid elves.
you should rest and I'll take the night watch this time around. So you can get
yes,
to
we were about at the end of our watch when this all happened, so I will gladly take my rest now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Blue Star will go up to Dorian after she starts resting, and
So when you walk up to him, you see that he's got most of his armor and sword coat off, and he's kind of cleaning his wounds.
Sir Dorian, are you sure you don't need my assistance?
I am fine, milady. But when he says that, his voice is shaky, and it looks like as he's bandaging himself, he's kind of shaking. He's trying to hide it.
Dorian, you really need to be more honest. Is it the wounds or the other thing that is disturbing you right now?
I don't know. I think it's the touch of the ghouls.
Well, not that I might have any success, but I could try to cure it, if it is what I think it is.
If your skills are as adept as Athelion, I think I shall pass.
Dorian, you won't know unless I try. And without asking...
So be it. And he shows you a particular wound on his neck where they clawed him pretty deep right above the chainmail collar. And just by looking at it, Blue Star, even in the dark, I mean, with you're like, ooh, that looks ugly. Like the wound, it should be like a red, it's almost like a black, it's a very necrotic looking injury.
And it's a bite, or...
Looks like probably a claw. Looks like fingernails or claws. Yeah.
Okay. I will cast Cure Ailment.
He's kind of shaking, but he's trying to hide it. Okay, ritual or straight up?
I don't know if I have the things for the ritual.
Oh yeah, you may not, but if you do, but it is an hour. He may not last another hour though. Maybe may not be that bad.
Well, I have water. I think, yeah, I have water, and
Wait, what do you need for cure element?
I need a bowl of
Materials.
razor or fire. So, or an intact egg, or a white lotus petal. So I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure some have that.
What? Probably not.
Oh, really?
White lotus is pretty rare. I mean, you could go off and try to look for it.
Not the lotus, but
Oh.
full of water and then.
Yeah, pure water. So, bowl or brazier? Oh, Sildorian actually has a brazier. that he puts in his tent at night
Okay. Well, then I will
to keep it warm.
request those things to do the
Mm.
ritual version.
So he shakily pulls it out of the saddlebags.
It's a nice brazier you have there.
Thank you. I wear it only on Friday nights.
Looks
So, a terrible attempt at humor.
rusted.
Oh,
What
so
else?
you
What else do you need, Blue Star?
I think this bowl of water and brazier would do.
It's a brazier.
Brazier. Sorry.
Talendor's the ones that like. Never mind. She likes to wear the. We'll talk about that later. It's, never mind. It's the fever's getting to me. Do what you can if you must.
Okay. Let's leave the word.
So, are you doing the ritual? All right. Let's see
yeah.
if you. Hold on. I have to roll something for him during the hour ritual.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know if this changes what you do, Blue Star, but you're about 45 minutes into it. So you're getting pretty close to the ritual, and you could see him like, he doesn't kill over, but he's clearly like, he's pale and like sweating, and but he's trying to hide it, but it's kind of obvious, like whatever is afflicting him. It doesn't look like what's before. It looks like some kind of disease, some kind of sickness from the ghouls, you think.
Okay.
So do you want to continue on with it? Or would you stop after?
Well, not that I think my roll did anything, but the cure ailment would cure that, wouldn't it?
I mean, if the roll's high enough. So so basically my question is 40 minutes in and you see him do you keep forging forward with the ritual?
Well, it's either that or he might die, so.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't killed over or anything, but he does noticeably is getting worse.
I might luck it though.
Okay.
When you luck
Alright.
it, is it plus?
Either a +5 or a reroll, up to you. Mathematically, you're probably better with a reroll because it's only a base 4, but it's up to you. I forgot what the deal is. Okay, I got it.
I'm gonna luck it and re-roll.
Okay.
Much
And the
better.
luck point. Oh, nice. And yeah, and the ritual gave you an additional +2 bonus. I don't know if you added that. Performing it as a ritual gives you another +2. So maybe that's why it is +8.
Yeah, I think I added that in.
Life magic plus. Yeah, that would make sense because
Yeah.
I think you're +6 otherwise. Okay. Yeah. So like one of Eric's characters did. No, that was leprosy.
Well, leprosy, but yeah,
Yeah.
close enough.
So Madison mark off the luck point, and however, your ritual pays off like almost immediately, like 10 seconds after you're done, and he's like his light gray color of his skin kind of comes back, and you noticeably looks better. He's not shaking anymore. Actually manages to smile. I thank you, Eluna Sidhe, my lady. Forgive my harsh words. Cathalion, forgive me.
I think I'm asleep by now anyway.
He kind of says it anyway.
If that took an hour, I'm already.
You're in your dream trance, so you appear to be awake, but you're trancing.
Blue Star will boost his nose and say, "You should tell her that when she's awake. But I'm glad that you are not dead."
She shall hear me in her trance.
Meanwhile, Khan is all curled up by the fire, dead
Thank you,
asleep.
Eluna Sidhe. I think our friend Khan is out. Probably tired of all the nonsense.
Probably. So, I'm assuming you feel better.
I feel much better, Eluna Sidhe. Thank you. And then he just kind of walks off, like, where's he going? And then he just, without asking for help, because he feels better, and this is kind of how he is. He takes all these. Oh, by the way, he started dragging the ghoul bodies towards the quagmire, and then realizes that the quagmire is all dried up because once the spell's over, it just like becomes solid again. So, oh wait, it shunts whatever's in it out though. So there's this ghoul on top of the ground. So anyway, he starts going over gathering ghoul bodies. Like, why are you touching them? But he's being an idiot apparently.
Do you wish to burn the bodies, Dorian?
I think we should. The disease may spread. Though who lives in these parts, I have no idea. We can wait till morning, though, if you wish. The smell will be overbearing. I'm afraid Athelion will be wrought with nightmares.
Perhaps we should wait then.
He says somewhat disdainfully. So be it. And so the rest of the night, he's not wrong, unless you guys move your camp. It's like, God, man, this is.
Oh, could I do a
Ghoul
perception
bodies are
check to
really
see if-
bad.
I doubt there would be anything on them, but can I do a perception to
To search them.
see if there's anything on them? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to touch them or just kind of scan them with your eye? Get close
Just close. I don't want to touch
Okay.
it.
in case it matters.
Yeah.
All right. Ghouls. So they were mostly naked, except for like, actually they had like raggedy clothing that they probably wore in life, and like one had a loincloth. Otherwise, they're fairly half naked. However, one of them actually, one body has a necklace on. Like the thong part of it looks kind of like tainted copper, like it's all patinaed, but there's like a little amulet at the end of it with a jewel on it that looks like it may be somewhat valuable. And then another one had a rotting belt pouch with a hole in it, but it still managed to still have 11 bronze pieces and 3 silver pieces in it. Probably had more, and a lot of it fell out.
What a rich ghoul.
Probably what he was died with. They probably don't really have any use for them in now. But so I don't know if you want any of those items.
Would it be like a lore roll to know if I touch those items, if those are cursed items?
Yeah, I make a lore roll. And you could go search the swamp they came out of, but I don't know if you want to poke around in the
A 20. I'm
muck.
doing
Oh, this is like your second exploding
It's my
20.
third.
Oh,
Third.
Jeez, I rolled 2.
So 27. And
27 on lore. Yeah. So who had the lore? That was Athelion, right? So Blue Star, you think about it, you're like, wait a minute, I know more about ghouls than I thought, especially about what was the question again?
if
Oh.
if their items will be cursed.
Especially about, oh yeah, because there is stories about how sometimes riches laid with the dead can be cursed. 27. You don't know of any specific lore stories about that being the case with ghouls. So,
I got a 20, so I'm taking the stuff.
okay. All right. So as you make a endurance roll,
Ah.
you touch.
I have resist disease. If that
Okay.
helps.
All right.
So at a +6 possibly, or not a +1 possibly. Okay. 8.
Okay. Now you feel fine. So are you taking all the stuff, the coins and the necklace?
I'd be curious about the necklace just to investigate more because I want to know what it is. So
Okay.
I'll risk it. I'll take it.
Okay. I mean, you feel fine so
Okay.
far.
So far, that's the key point. What she will do,
They're
she'll
just
wrap.
smelly, and you have to kind of like, huh?
She will, in cloth, she'll wrap the amulet in cloth. She won't bother with the coins, but she will kind of like protect with the cloth so she doesn't have to touch it physically if she could.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No problem. Not a problem. What's your agility? Pretty good, isn't it? Unlike Marichka.
Agility?
Your agility, your attribute.
0. It's not
Okay.
negative. It's
Well, that's
not
average. Yeah.
like
Oh,
Marichka.
you're fine. You don't have to roll. I just want to know if you were like Marichka's a little clumsy, so she might have accidentally touched some
Yeah.
ghoul flesh or something. But yeah, so you got the 14 coins and the necklace with the little jewel on the end of it.
Cool.
Excellent.
I will show my companion, at least who are awake.
So you
Yeah.
turn back around, so Dorian is already like out in a trance. Athelion's out in a trance. Khan is like snoring.
Am I the only one?
And Midnight snoring.
Purring, not snoring.
Purring. Midnight snoring.
Oh.
You're literally the only one awake.
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
The dreaming will call for you soon enough. So the rest of the night, there's one point, Blue Star, like a couple hours later, where it's probably about time for your watch. You thought you heard some more movement over towards the swamp, but nothing ever came from it. It could be just a regular animal or something.
Could I
And
check?
other than, yeah, do you want to go over if you can,
Yeah.
if you want?
Yeah, I want to check the swamp, see if there's a poor animal or something that's drowning.
Okay, so you kind of go over like where you have to pass the bodies, and it's like, ugh, and you get to where the marshy area is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so make a perception or survival check.
Which is higher?
Survival to look for tracks. Perception to see if you literally see what it is.
Alright.
Then we'll take a break because it's 9:35 and Eric's yawning.
9:30.
14.
Yes.
Oh, and you have starsight. You see well in the dark, like the she do. So you don't see an animal, but you see some little tracks. It looks like little rabbit tracks. It was a jackrabbit that was kind of bouncing through the area. You don't see him, but he left his tracks in the muck.
Amok, amok, amok.
So, yeah. Other than that, the rest of the evening, night goes by uneventfully all the way till dawn. And that's where we'll take our break.
Dawn.
So, do you, 5 minutes good, or you on like 6 or 7, or
5 is good for me.
time 5? Bio break. Okay,
Thank
audience,
you,
we're gonna take 5, and we'll mute and like go off video, and then we'll see everybody in 5 minutos. Bye, everyone, for a second.
You're muted, Mike. Muted.
I just did an entire monologue muted.
Yes.
And then I saw your face, your dreadful face. And you too, Eric. Matt didn't hear that one, apparently. +2 mask of intimidation. Oh. +2 mask of functionality. Oh, wait. Dorian's other disease. All right. No, only the ghoul disease. So now that we have
Eric, what are you wearing?
Luchador mask.
He is Cornholio.
Mm.
Fine.
he's wearing a mask of his bunghole.
Does it have any special abilities?
+2 mask of
Yes, I can
intimidation.
eat cookies without taking it off.
Oh, that is a good ability.
It's a very good ability.
And the mask too. So, Madison, did you get?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was just wondering, since it was, I think, over 20 roll, like it wasn't a 20, but
Yeah, it was not a critical success, unfortunately.
okay, so that's my goal for next time. Okay.
I don't think so. Let me recalculate. So the DL, the difficulty level on the ghoul disease was 18 for cure wound. Yeah,
Okay.
so a crit would have been a 38. Cool.
Hard.
Are we ready? We're waiting for Eric. In the meanwhile, we have this Mexican wrestler
Haha.
place holding for him.
Well, technically, the Chinari is from Mezca.
That's true. Mexico. Mexico. Of course, Mezca is really like Aztec. So I guess it would be early Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Or Central America, as we should probably say, more generally speaking. Eating peanuts.
You're nuts.
You're nuts. You're crazy. You're nuts. You're out of here.
Oh, did you
All
ever
right.
figure out a way for me to get control of my character again, or no?
Oh, it didn't. Still hasn't done it.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I reassigned it to you after, but I guess it's still not. So you were signed on as Blue Star parentheses Madison.
Yes.
So let me redo it and see if it does it this time.
Is your you're on the blue arrow at the top, not on one of the lower, the select
Yeah.
move,
Yeah, the pointer.
the pointer at the top on the upper left legend.
Are you on that, Madison?
Where do I need to be?
The arrow on the top left toolbar thing. The select move bar, the little pointer thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, oh, so you have to click that to move the character?
Yeah, because the other tools, I guess, are technically doing other things.
I'm silly. That is my fault. I apologize.
Don't worry. It took me like the first 5 times I rolled 20 to finally go, oh yeah, duh.
Okay.
Yeah. I still do it too, because I'll click on, say, the measuring tool or some other, and then I forget, and then I try to move something. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah. So- Santa Jester. I like how the various tendrils, though, they just disappeared.
Yeah.
Teleporting hat, hat of teleportation. Part of the hat itself teleports, but the wearer does not.
Oh my gosh. Now you look like you're from Russia.
That's right. You're a Korite. You are from Kor.
A jester, a Russian jester.
You are.
Mm.
Build it. Build
That would
that
be a fun
character.
character.
Like, you should build
Yeah.
that character. You could be from Kor or Moldavia. Those are two Russian-like countries, although Moldavia is more like Romania. So, are we back?
Yes.
Da.
All right, cool. So, I think morning came of the next day. And though that attack by the ghouls is kind of in the middle of the night, if you guys sleep in, oh, actually, no, you're a light sleeper and you guys trance. So actually, by dawn, you guys are fine as far as stamina. So all your stamina is back.
Yay.
Yeah.
Including the one we lost from that stamina burn from the cold.
Mm-hmm. Now you're warm and toasty by the fire.
That's why I curled up next to it.
Midnight still slightly wounded, but very minor. Still shows no signs of disease. Blue Star
Okay.
seems to be fine.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to check again.
Yeah. And you wake up to the smell of burning flesh because Sildoring is burning the 5 ghoul bodies. So it's a lovely smell.
I shield Hethelian's eyes.
Oh, Matt.
I had bad
Oh, there you go.
nightmares. Now I know why.
Although I suppose towards the end of the burning, it's much better. Right?
Dorian said he was going to wait till morning to do it, so he wouldn't give you nightmares. He can be a bit considerate if he tries.
Hmm. I will thank him later.
Eventually he walks back and... So, are we ready to travel this morning, my friends?
Han finishes a bit of his ration and gathers up his things and starts moving off in the direction he thinks is the right direction.
There he goes again. It's all right, I'll catch up with him.
Yes.
So
I
Dorian
don't think
breaks
he's
his
going in
tent.
too bad.
Holy
Oh.
crap.
Ooh,
What'd you
He knows him.
Oh.
he
Apparently
knows
you found a route that Sildorian doesn't know.
Yeah, I know where we're going.
So,
Excellent.
so it turns out that you're going pretty much exactly the way Sildorian was going to go, Con. And in fact, after about an hour and a half of travel, you see that you're headed towards a marsh area. And Con, you actually see like a kind of a path that Sildorian doesn't even notice off to the, like, more to the west.
I sense the
Dorian-
path.
Yeah. I mean, you could feel it under you could just tell by the lay of the
Right.
land under your feet that,
Yeah.
that you feel like this is going to be like a little land bridge that might pass through part of the marsh.
Nice. That's like not being soggy because it's cold.
Sildorian notices and then kind of reluctantly follows Khan. I think you found a better way, my friends. The Chunari seems to have good instincts.
job, Con.
Don't like wet.
Very shocking. You should call him Shaka Khan.
I knew you were going there.
It was a slow burn setup. What's so funny? I don't understand.
Like a frog in a frying pan.
Yes, Car, let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Ah,
All right. With those puns in mind, you
Blue Star will stick closer to Con this time.
um,
Maybe Maybe strike up a conversation with him or play him a melody if he wants.
Oh yeah.
Khan just kind of gives her a side look and keeps moving quietly forward.
The silent treatment. I thought we were closer than that, Khan.
It's best to be quiet when traveling.
Oh, you
Do
must
not attract bad things.
Khan is wise, Eluna Sidhe. Though I would not mind hearing one of your songs.
Wild she, you mean, Sir Dorian?
Very well. Suit yourself.
Or all she's of a different color.
All but Khan, it would seem.
Well, if Khan wants silence, I won't play anything. Just gets me a little jittery, that's all. If I don't have something to pluck.
I must admit to what Athelian has said. It is the irony has not bypassed me. The fact that 3 of us from the 3 branches of the surviving she race have banded together for this small quest.
3 she to the wind.
Indeed.
Yes. You might say we're the holy she.
No.
The Trinity.
The Trinity.
She.
Nice.
So terrible. I'm
That's
having
what
a fun game tonight.
I'm going to
Footage.
write a song about us. The Trinity.
Ooh.
You should. And our success of finding the Windstone when we do, and we will.
Well, that will be a different song. I feel like us 3 plus Khan deserve our own song.
So Khan, tell me some of your ways. How come you to be alone in these lands?
Captured, slave, forced to fight, escape. Here.
Very well. I asked for it, didn't I? You're very stealthy. Only my hawk alone saw us when we first met. Saw you.
Best not to be seen.
About that time, he actually sends the hawk off for another scouting mission.
Very important not to be seen. You live longer.
I agree. Stealth is very important to my order as well as my race in general.
Late.
He has Silurian has dark, dusky gray skin, right?
It's not very dark. It's very light gray.
Oh, it's light gray.
The she and the setting are a little bit more subtle, not the like drow.
Right.
In fact, from a distance, it's really kind of hard to tell them from other she, really.
Well, then I will not be complimenting him on his darkness because, he would be matching my darkness. So if he does not match my darkness.
Well, your fur color is what, like a leopard?
It's black.
Oh, that's right. You're like a
I'm a black
solid
leopard.
black puma.
Black jaguar, black leopard. So there are rosettes in certain light, but overall you just it looks black.
Yeah, that's cool. Hold on.
Because all black leopards, all black jaguars have the spots, but unless you see them under the right light, you don't see the spots, which is really neat.
Right. Okay. All right.
So Dorian, you never talk about yourself. How does one become a shadow knight?
Just wanted to become a shadow knight. Well, years of training and dedication. Yes,
Well-
must be selected by the unseelie court of Lithalor.
Well, how did you end up there? What's your story?
I trained from a very young age. Trained diligently for dozens of years, and eventually I was selected. I had to serve as a squire, I think the humans call it, an apprentice warrior. And then eventually I was selected. I'm still admittedly quite young and inexperienced in my order. I am of the 2nd rank. So Silendor has sent me with you, perhaps to prove my mettle. And you?
Huh?
And you? You seem to inquire upon us.
Hmm.
You do not seem to be the typical wild she that I've heard tales of. Wild and unpredictable and somewhat savage.
You've noticed. It. She's a little bit reluctant to tell her backstory.
He doesn't pry. He's one of those, like, he just says that and he's just quiet.
I have to say, I'm not like most she. As typical as that sounds, I feel like I relate more to humans than she sometimes. It's a weird feeling, being apart but being not a part of the race. I think it's just because I've been traveling and being an Emerald Harper. You just become different, I think.
So how'd you become a member of the Emerald Harp?
Well, I always had a talent for singing and performing and dancing. So my clan leader with the Wild She recommended that I go train to be an Emerald Harper, and so I did that.
Well
Actually,
done.
I trained where we're heading, actually.
You mentioned that when we first met. That's
Mhm.
why I think the Eluna Quale and the Eluna Dole have sent you to us. Perhaps Athelian as well, despite her certain trepidations. And Khan as well.
You're still harping on that, are you?
Well, I'm no harper.
I've proved my worth in battle in other instances.
You have,
Which one?
Milady Athelian, you have indeed.
You are a fine warrior, Hithalion. We all have our phobias. Some just are not known to us yet, right, Dorian?
I know not what you suggest, but perhaps you're wise in saying so.
We're all afraid of something. Surely you're afraid of something, Dorian.
Only failure. Only failure.
Really? Not even a little phobia like spiders or...
Spiders of the Shadowwood I've seen, they're the size of horses.
Mm. You're
So-
not...
On no fear.
You neither? Really? Not
Con
even
no
a
fear.
tiny bit afraid of something?
No time for fear.
Hmm.
You fear, you die. No
I
time
think-
for.
I think you're afraid of getting close to people, Con.
No
I
fear.
think that you've been alone for so long that you have a hard time attaching yourself to people.
No fear. No need.
If
A
you do,
man or she who fears things is already half defeated.
not necessarily. Your fear can make you stronger if you use it in the right way.
That is actually true. Well said.
Well, anyways, enough of this dreary subject.
Not so
We are in
dreary.
the marsh. We should be close to the Brithian border, shouldn't we?
Perhaps a day, I know not. There's a certain river we must cross to where the Brithians claim to be their lands. And humans are always fighting and feuding, so who knows where the borders truly are. He says that very disdainfully, when humans are always fighting. And about this time that you guys are talking, you're still following Khan's sort of land bridge that Sildorian is now like, hey, I'm just going to follow Khan. And apparently he's that size. Scale.
He's gigantic.
Run! And as you've been following for like a couple hours, it's starting to peter out now. It's starting to get wetter. But you could tell, Khan, that you could just tell by your feet. You could mostly, I mean, you could see some basic shapes, but this little land bridge that you're on is kind of like a path. And it looks like, you think that maybe some locals probably use it. Like maybe some wild human tribes, maybe Kemrethi or something. And about the time you're considering that, make a Khan's probably in the front, I'm still thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So make a perception check.
Hot damn.
Oh God.
Ow.
One short of a crit.
Oh,
Oof.
But the main thing is you succeed. So as you're talking, you're feeling, and you don't see, but for some reason, the ground starts looking a little bit weird, what you can see. And you kind of inch closer with your with your pawed feet, and you can just feel the edge of something. And it feels like something metallic, and you're pretty sure it's a bear trap that's kind of hidden underneath all the muck and grass. Yeah.
I throw my hands up to stop everybody, like hold them wide and hold them back, or Khan does. And then I carefully uncover the bear trap without springing it.
Sildorian looks down at it. Speaking of humans, she would never set a trap so crude. Well found. Well spotted. You think there are any more?
Don't know. Be on lookout.
Midnight.
I look around. I feel around for a stick or something I can trigger this trap with
Okay.
safely.
Make a perception.
That or a rock or something I can drop on it.
Okay. Make it
Um,
perception or survival.
So I'm going to do the same perception hearing roll, but that just means because it's sight, it's going to be -2, right?
Right. You could use touch to feel around though.
Oh, okay. Well, so it'll be -1 then because it's my hearing is my proficient.
Right.
So it's a 6. We're touching around.
Yeah, you just feel some like reeds and weeds and stuff, but not any like hardwood or not any really any good rocks.
Someone put stick or rock, make closed trap.
Does anyone have a spear? I do not. Oh wait, I think he does have a spear
I lied.
on his horse. If Dalian does, or no.
I have daggers. I don't know.
Where's his Sildorian stats again?
I don't want to risk wasting a breaking an arrow.
Could I make a perception to see if I can find a stick or rock?
Yeah. Kills. Kills. What'd you get, Madison?
15.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on just a second. I'm having like computer issues all of a sudden. Weird. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Computer started doing weird stuff. Right then. So let's see here. Okay. Let me get that resolved. 15. Yeah, you look around, you find a fairly large sort of a deadwood branch that's kind of waterlogged a little bit, but
Okay. I'll hand it.
Uh-oh, you lost Madison.
and now Madison's having stuff. It wasn't just me, I guess.
She's frozen.
She's frozen. She failed her saving throw versus paralyzation.
I think she was handing the stick to you.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
So I'm going to trigger the trap.
Oh, there
Oh.
she goes.
She's back.
She shook it off.
It froze on me. I was gonna say I'm gonna hand someone else the
The steak.
stick because I don't want midnight anywhere near the trap.
Okay.
Well, it is a bear trap. The bear could trigger it. Wah wah.
Get out.
You're
So
pushed into the muck.
Khan takes the stick and deftly or carefully triggers the trap.
Do you have the savage weakness?
Actually, I do, but I'm feral. Is how I did the savage weakness.
Yeah. So what I'm getting at is usually something that's mechanical. You're not quite sure how it works.
Ah, okay. Well, then I take the stick and I just poke at the trap, not knowing what I'm doing, just poking at it.
So eventually, after a few seconds, you like, and you hit the thing that you're supposed to, and it like closes on the stick, and the teeth drive pretty deep into the stick. It doesn't quite break it, but they drive pretty deep into it. So yeah, you trigger, you set it off. And you could see that there's a chain that runs through the, like it was also concealed in the grass and the muck. and it ties to there's like a rock nearby that it's kind of the chain's wrapped around.
Hmm. I pull on the chain and see how secure it is to the rock. Just kind of give it a bit of a tug.
Yeah. Well, the minor tug, it's fairly secure, but you feel like if you really tugged hard, you could probably, pull it away from the rock.
Okay. Well, I just kind of chuck it off the trail.
Okay. Splashes in some of the water nearby because it's starting to get like there's water like literally on your left and right now, a couple of feet's worth.
And then
Reeds and cattails growing out.
I'll keep moving forward. I'm going to be a lot more careful, kind of slow our pace looking for trap.
Okay.
Well,
so about half speed.
percepting for trap.
So that will give you a +2 bonus. Specifically, since you're going half speed, looking specifically for those, it'll give you a +2 perception bonus. However, you guys go a lot slower. Sildorian's he's mostly leading his horse now, not really riding it. And the path goes on like another half hour, 45 minutes, no more traps that you see or anybody triggered.
Okay.
And at this point, the path just kind of disappears into the muck. So whoever was using it must be swimming, or maybe they just kind of wade through all the water. But it's getting like really bad marsh now.
Mm.
And so Sildorian says, this is what most humans would call Greymoor. It's a part of the Shadowlands, but it's mostly the border between some realm called Kimrith and Brithia.
Suppose we have to wade through this then.
Yes, Khan has done a good job picking our way through so far. Can you continue to find a better route, Khan?
I try.
So that's survival. Sildorian will help you, so he'll give you a +1 bonus.
Okay.
He sends his hawk off again also.
Not bad.
Ooh. So from there, you guys have to kind of get your ankles wet a little bit, and then you start finding some more dry places to kind of travel on. So again, like most marsh, it's not complete placid or brine water, but so there are pieces of like land and islands. Sometimes you have to hop to a little island. Other times you do have to wade, but it never really gets deeper than like your knees. So in general, if you follow Khan, he's doing a pretty good job of picking his way through, avoiding any hazards that might be there, such as traps or quicksand or whatever, for several more hours. When suddenly, no, not suddenly, but
This way, hobbits is.
this way, hobbits, this way. Where's the chart? There it is. Right. Oh dear God. Makes sense.
Seems like the DM charted.
So you're off the chart. So you're about, if you see the map, you're about right here. And right, what that represents, that where the dot is now. So right at, let's see, right now it would be about late morning, almost getting close to midday. And you come to like a lot of water, and it's clear there's a river that kind of runs through this area. Of course, it kind of merges in with all the muck, but it does make it noticeably deeper, and you also feel a bit of a current in the water. So you're probably gonna have to either swim it, or you could wade in it, but it's gonna go up to your neck probably, unless you're on horseback.
Yeah, I was going to say, what about those who can be on horseback?
Yeah, horseback probably come up to your knees.
I'm only 5'7", so it might be higher than my neck.
The bear.
No, that's about right.
Is the bear on the bear?
What?
How high is the water if Blue Star is on the bear?
Oh, it'll be up to your knees or mid thigh ish.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. Blue Star's going to suggest to Khan to hop on Midnight, possibly, and just wade across. So unless Khan feels comfortable swimming, but she's assuming that since he's a feline, he won't like water.
Well, as a jaguarin feline, water isn't actually that bad to me.
Okay.
So I'm okay with swimming.
Okay.
I thank you as I stay here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Con.
I'm trying to be civil. She's very nice to me.
She's very nice. I don't suppose there's any other way around. We would lose many hours if we turned back.
Sildorian, do you mind if I ride with you?
Of course, my lady.
Okay.
Please mount up. You may put your arms around me if you wish.
He's starting to warm up to the idea. No pun intended.
Hey.
I'll gently nibble on his ear.
Okay. He nibbles back. Just really awkward as he has to turn all the way around.
So should I roll another survival to kind of guide us across the water? Do I need to roll something else?
Well, first of all, so are you staying on foot? It sounds like, right, Con?
I'm staying on foot.
So it does start getting deeper. It gets to your chest, and you're used to kind of being in a crouch. So it almost feels like it goes even deeper than it probably is. Gets up to your neck, as was predicted. And so now, and there's a bit of a current. So now it's really an athletics check for swimming.
Okay.
People on horseback are basically all right so far, or bareback.
Here's athletics.
Oh, you have no problem navigating through the waters.
Thank God for my Jaguarian background.
You see a skull that sort of blinks in and out. And then so you swimming pretty good, navigating through, trying to pick your way through as best you can. And everybody at this point, you're about halfway across what would be considered the river that's feeding into the swamp. Everybody make perception rolls.
Percepzione.
Any specialties, anyone?
Hearing, and if it's
Swamp?
not hearing, then it's -1.
No, hearing would apply here.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it's a 13.
I got a 22.
Yeah. He's a 22. I'm a 13.
I didn't mind.
Oh, where's the Thelian 9?
Mine didn't. Oh, there it is. I was like, it didn't show up.
He's too busy nibbling on somebody's ear.
He's nibbling on the horse's ear.
In the horse's ass. Oh.
He's got his arms around the horse's ass.
But is it really better? We're all assuming, really, to be honest. All right, let's see. Dear gods, what have you gotten yourselves into?
I obviously didn't perceive whatever we're perceiving.
Too busy nibbling ears.
Flirting with Dorian and the horse.
Exactly. All right, the L would have been 15. So Blue Star doesn't even notice.
Oh.
So Matt, what's your actual roll? There's like a 9 and a 5.
9 is my.
Okay.
I don't even see the. Oh, there's the 5 was the second attempt because the first I wasn't seeing the first one, but 9 was.
Oh,
the
I
first
see. Okay, yeah. All right. So Khan and Sildorian, by the way, he's acting. Looks like he notices, and that's it. Y'all notice. So Khan, you notice as you're kind of half swimming, half wading through the water, you can hear kind of like the water making this weird sound. And you can even feel the current kind of changing around you. And yeah. And Sildorian has a different experience. He's on right as the time you're hearing and feeling that. Sildorian's mounted right in front of Hethelian, and suddenly he calls out first in she, and like it's an instinct, and then he kind of goes back into Brithian. And he's like, "In the water, there's something in the water. It's getting closer."
Yes, something in the water.
Yeah, that's
My dagger comes into hand.
okay. He like
Yeah,
draws steel as well.
I'll draw an arrow. I mean, knock an arrow.
You both still don't see, but you're like getting ready. So
Oh,
that's at least enough
yeah.
not to be surprised. So everybody can roll initiative
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
since they notice nobody's surprised or off guard is actually what we call it in Savage Kingdoms.
Well, I have cat-like
So-
reflexes, so that's good.
That's true.
With cat-like tread upon the day. Oh my good God!
Blue Star's a 7. What the
The
heck?
worst rolls.
I reloaded my browser too to see if it would help, but it's not.
It's clearly not what it is.
Addison, you had hit all the 20s. I'm hitting all the ones.
Blue Star got a 7. Cons 15.
Uh,
All right. Poor Athelion. If she survives this session, it'll be a miracle.
Good God.
With no luck and stuff. Sildorian gets an 11. And Athelion is still picking her teeth, still nibbling on ears, clearly.
Yeah, that's it. I'm paying for my joke here. I've got the distracted feature.
Oh, wait, hold on. All right, so
going into battle.
probably, I mean, there's something going on.
Oh, he has on his battle helm.
Ah,
Yeah. Where is the thing I'm looking for? All right, he asked rhetorically. All right, you don't see this.
Rhetorically.
You don't see that I just put out on the board.
Oh, I didn't.
not-
So
I should be using Fog of War, but I've gotten too lazy where I can hide
Yeah.
stuff. And
oh, now I see. I see what I don't see now.
now I see the light. All right. So, what?
We need boss battle music.
I do have cool music on a roll 20, but most people just turn it down, so I haven't really bothered. I also have like cool swamp music and like, animals making noises. So I'm trying to put how you guys probably are right there. Let's see, Athelion's up there. Are you? You're not fatigued, are you?
Not anymore. No.
Oh, she's left over. Nor are you intimidated.
Correct. Take that.
Oh, you have
away.
phobia of water creatures. Major,
No.
right?
No.
I was kidding.
No.
he has phobia of both living and undead things.
An X on yourself.
Sorry. I thought it would remove something. I was.
Foreshadowing?
I certainly hope not.
Where is the blue star? She's oh wait, that's not so
Hey, do I get any bonuses to
thank you.
stealth seeing as I'm half underwater?
have any what?
Bonuses to stealth,
Yeah, it's +2 concealment bonus.
even
But-
from something that's in
But
the
the
water?
thing that's in the water, not so much.
I can hide from my counterparts, but not from the thing attacking.
Presumably in the water. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
it seems like.
I might
So-
shoot you with an arrow if I can't
Well,
see you.
Dorian shouted that out, and he is the first to react, which would kind of make sense.
Wow, he beat my. Oh yeah, I had a 15.
He's like, in the water, there's something in the water. And he, I said he draws the sword, but he kind of puts it back. He gets his crossbow out, knocks and boat, and doesn't fire because it's like he doesn't quite see it or doesn't really want to know what it is exactly, but he just kind of like, he's getting ready to shoot, perhaps. So then it's Khan's turn.
Khan continues to move forward towards it with his dagger drawn, ready to engage it.
All right.
But because he's swimming, he only has a third of his distance. So there. Right?
Wait, hold on. I'm going to set up some parameters.
Oh, swim
here.
is half distance.
So this is kind of like, yeah, swimming is half mobility.
So
So
where are we at? Because I can move 8.
let me set up the parameters a bit here. So I know it's most, but this is mostly like the river portion, the wide open water portion. The blue lines that I'm drawing. All right, so I'm having the screen between Zoom and Roll20, so it's kind of hard to see everything. So where are you at, Con? Right here.
I am in front of the group,
So
but I
this
was going to move up 8
this
towards
scale
him.
should be correct. Six
Oh,
yards
wow.
away is where you felt.
So I could actually reach him.
Probably.
All right.
And again, you don't really see anything. I'm just putting this thing there.
Well, I don't tend to see anyway. I go by feeling of sense
Mhm.
of what's around me.
So you hear
So-
something in the water right there.
All right, so I'm going to move up to it to engage it and take a penalty based on the fact that I can't see it. But because I have blind fighting,
Mhm.
that
It,
should
It negates the penalty for melee, as well as ranged within 3 yards.
right. So I'm attacking blindly into the water with my dagger.
So when you get up to
Essentially.
there, you could start making out enough of a shape. It looks like a serpentine shaped thing, but instead of being scaly, it seems to be covered in fur, like a
Oh, that's
furred
interesting.
serpent or something. Some kind of river serpent, maybe. And as you get right up on it,
I think there was a dirty movie by that name. Anyway, move on. We're
So-
going to go ahead and attack it with my dagger.
all right. Master Crafted dagger slashes. It probably was going to be friendly, but not anymore. We'll never know. So 14 will probably... 14 just barely connects it, but its furred hide seems a little too thick to penetrate with that blow.
Even with the AP1, 2.
Yep, even with AP1. Oh, wait, was it a 14? Yeah, so no damage.
Ah,
All right.
hit far.
All right, and next would be, hold on, I'll put something in here. All right, the next is the creature. So Khan, this thing kind of like moves very quickly through the water, seems to try to bite at you. Wait, actually, it may not. Yeah, we'll do that. And let's say what it does here.
19 is my defense.
All right, misses you. Well, actually, hold on. It gets a +2 bonus in the water. Just barely misses you. You can feel it rub up against your leg and like teeth up against your furry thighs, but not enough to
Right.
quite penetrate. And what else can it do? I think that's about it. Let's see, you can do that. Oh, and then, Con, you start noticing the water. Maybe it's from the movement of the serpent. Probably is because it's moving like really fast in the water. Suddenly, this whirlpool begins to radiate out from where you and the creature are.
Hmm.
And let's see. Yeah, within
What?
seconds, it's already really popular. Really popular. It's popular. What was the word supposed to be? Powerful.
Populated?
Powerful.
Powerful.
I don't know why popular came out of powerful. Darn PO words. So, Khan, make
Very popular.
make an athletics roll.
Athletic.
As a reaction.
Ooh, shit. Not so good.
You're swept off your feet.
All right.
So you are
So now I'm fully swimming.
basically prone.
He's in love. He's swept off his feet.
So you're
I'm
like on
swimming.
the bottom of the river now, like
Ah.
so you're completely submerged on the bottom of the water at this moment in time.
Fun.
And that's all. All right, next is Sildorian. So he will.
Wait a minute. How's Silendor going twice?
Oh, because he's on the initiative tracker twice. What was his actual initiative?
I think he was the 20, but I think somebody else was the 11.
Yeah,
Weren't
well, we'll say that he's. I mean, it can't be anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, no, because, yeah, Blue Star.
Oh, she's
Blue
a
Star's
7.
there. She's the 7.
Oh, okay.
I think that was him last encounter, and I did for some reason made a different one for him. I don't know why, but in any case, he's already gone with a 20. So Blue Star's turn.
Blue star.
Perception roll to see what it is, or since it's below water, I can't do that.
You could still, I mean, try to think of whatever you might know of creatures that would live in rivers. So you could still try a lore if you want. It does take an action.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm gonna try to figure out what it is.
All right.
20.
Oh,
20 might be enough. So it's DL 10 plus 3 times the challenge.
It's a furry trouser snake.
Or 2 times. Oh, DL 20 lore is
Oh.
exactly what you need. So you think for a quick second, Blue Star, and you're pretty sure this is called an avonk. Avonk is just it's the Kimrothy word for a river serpent, and it's like a river. They live in rivers, lakes, freshwater usually. And what else would you know with a 20? You just barely know anything. You've heard they have they can grapple, they can grasp you in their jaws and try to drown you. And supposedly they have the power to create whirlpools, which you've seen.
which is what you're seeing.
You even heard another story from your Harper lore. That one story, one of them was capable of spitting boiling water, like really hot water, out of its mouth. The cool thing you've heard, especially as an Emerald Harper or Bard in general, is that some stories claim that avonks can be distracted or even charmed by music.
Okay. I will relay all this information to the people that are not drowning in a whirlpool right now. And I will pull out my harp and distract it.
Okay.
And can I do that a distraction plus battle muse?
Well, so nah. So what's your intent? Do you want to inspire people, or do you want to try to charm it or distract it? So you couldn't do them both as the same action.
When I charm it, is it going like is it the kind of charm that would attack me or that it would stop attacking entirely? Like how does that work?
So yeah, the biggest story you heard is there was in fact there's a story, a song called "The Maiden and the Sea Serpent," and it's apparently features one of these creatures, avonks, and the maiden was like she was a very accomplished songstress, and she actually got it to like lay its head in her lap. So like
Okay.
charmed it, but
Well,
that's
I'm
probably an
going to
extreme example.
I'm going to try to do exactly that because a Blue Star would probably think that's true.
All right, so a performance.
Yeah, she's
skill.
going. Can she use her harp and her voice? And in doing so, give
Yeah.
me like a 2+ bonus?
No, you don't. You only get the one specialization bonus though.
Okay.
But yes, but story wise, you're probably doing both.
Okay. I have. All right. I'll just do the harp then because I get a +1 with that, and I think I get another +1 for the specialty. Correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
One's from the make of the harp itself because it's master crafted, right?
Mhm.
Or no, exceptional, and then the others for your actual skill specialty.
Try that then.
So
Another exploder. Roll it
That's
again.
another.
Nice.
I stole all the good rolls from you, Matt.
30.
Roll again. No.
Oh, 36.
36.
Right, that might be a critical success. Let me check.
That's friggin' awesome.
You crit by, you got 22 over what you needed.
Oh,
L 14.
yes.
So
The counter will be peaceful. Blue Star
Start.
demands it.
you start playing the harp. I mean, you get in the zone, you choose the right song or something, and Con, you can tell this thing that was swirling around just suddenly gets like quiet. And in fact, you guys start seeing this head sticking out of the water, like this furred snake head, just kind of like bobbing back and forth like a snake does, like but kind of being charmed. So Con, if you wanted to, you actually have a free reactive attack.
I'm going to yell.
If I see it calming, if I see it calming, and I would assume the whirlpool is calming down as well, since he's not thrashing.
It's still going actually.
Oh, okay.
So it looks
Well, I was
like
gonna say,
it looks like the creature must have set it into being into being.
Well, if the creature is calming itself, then I myself am not going to lunge at it. I'm going to kind of be aware of what's going on.
Okay.
Like leery, because it just knocked me off my feet and put me underwater. I'm not going to, go, oh, good, this is an easy to kill creature. I'm going to take every advantage. I'm going to be like, he stopped. Maybe I should stop. We haven't hurt each other yet.
However, Blue Star does have a second action.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep playing, and I'm going to tell everyone cross the river, and I'm gonna lag behind. So I'm just gonna keep playing and just let it come to me, so everyone else can pass. And I'm gonna I'll stay on midnights just so I can stay afloat, so I can continue playing.
Okay.
So tell everyone to move forward without me.
You hear Silendor and it's like, what is happening? Have you charmed it with your music?
Yes, Sir Dorian.
What?
So I suggest you get to land quickly.
Where is Khan? It's like Khan's like still thrashing about.
Over here.
It appears that he is stuck in a whirlwind right now, so maybe you could assist him on your way.
Whirlpool, more like it.
Oh, what did I say? Whirlpool.
Don't worry. I said popular instead of powerful. So powerful. So Athelian, your turn.
Well, I'm on the horseback with what's his face with Sildorian. So, if we heard her say that, I would ask him to use my move to urge us forward around the creature to the land on the other side.
Okay.
So I guess go as far as our
You could kick his horse and get it going, and he just has to kind of ride if you want.
yeah.
Holding
What's
his
his
crop.
what's
So
his horse's?
that would be an animal handling check for you
Oh, it would. Okay.
to override his command of his horse.
I'm going to crit fail and probably fall.
Hey, that's okay. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh!
Oh! Wait. Oh, you exploded. That's what happened.
Yeah, it exploded.
He's got the exploding exclamation points. You have two of
Yeah.
them, though. Is that right? Isn't it just the one?
I rolled a 26 plus, or I mean, I rolled a 29 plus 2, so 31. So
Yeah, I think with the double exclamation points, it adds it all together in one, as opposed to the normal single exclamation point, which shows the breakdown.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I see on my screen, I see both die. I see a 20 and a 9.
Oh,
and
that's
then
what
the plus
happened.
2.
My screen is just 29 plus 2.
Yeah. So the double exclamation point does all the math for you, which.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Oh.
All right. That's E1. So Athelian, that's actually a critical success as we deal with. So you get the horse going. Athelian is, Sildorian's just kind of at the actually, he's glad for it. So as far as your crit, you can actually move all the way to land, or sort of land, if you want.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
So, and now the horse is loyal to you and not Sildorian. It's like,
oh.
So you guys go riding across.
See, my nibbling on its ear paid off.
And why wouldn't it really?
Yeah. Not many
Horses
people
love
have the option to nibble on a horse's ear.
Unfortunately, every night you have to do that for 5 minutes every time you set up camp. The horse
maintain its loyalty.
Right. All right, so Athelian, since you crit, you do have a second action if you want.
I'll knock in it. No, I'm kidding.
If you want. It does look completely docile, completely focused on Blue Star.
And would gladly lay its head in her lap should she ask.
I am hoping it will happen.
I think, now that we're kind of behind it, I'll have my arrow at the ready if it changes its demeanor and hold. Can I hold an action? Like have an arrow knocked, and if it seems to get aggressive again, to be ready to shoot?
You can't split actions, so you can either hold both actions or none. So, but for aesthetics purposes, you can say that you have an arrow knocked.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I have.
Yeah.
I have an arrow knocked. All right.
All right. And
there we go.
Aiming it at it just in case.
Yep.
Sildorian is kind of doing the same, like he's sort of trusting Blue Star, but he's also got the crossbow aimed at it as well.
Yeah.
And it's back to his turn, and he's just kind of pointing, and he's just kind of looking at Blue Star, not saying anything, but he's just kind of giving this look like, I hope you know what you're doing.
Just smiles. It's like, I will be the maiden in this story now.
Yeah. So, and Khan, your turn. What do you do? Try to at least get up to stand up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up, and I have a phantom cat on my screen.
Oh.
Oh, that's a cat. I just saw like something wad.
Yeah,
Oh, the cat keeps teleporting in and out. Aw.
I know.
Aw.
So for all of those who are interested in physics, this is Schrodinger's cat. So
Exactly.
superposition between two states.
Hi, kitty.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to get up and move across the river, or swim a little bit underwater and pop up if possible.
Okay. So that's an
Like
athletics roll.
Their athletics.
Yep, and it's harder now with the whirlpool. Oh, missed by 2.
Mm.
So you are still like, you try to get up, and the whirlpool forces you down against the riverbed again.
Sheet.
That was one action though. You could theoretically try it again.
I will keep trying.
Do try again. Hey!
Oh, what is going on?
I got a little angry at the fact that I didn't make it, so I'm pushing off the ground.
Faulty.
I'm kicking off. Rah.
Jesus.
You become a mercat.
I know, right? I may have to roll randomly on the athletics check table and see what your result is. But for starters, well, actually, I know what it is. So you managed to obviously easily stand up for prone, jump, like press away from the whirlpool, and still, as a free action, you still have 2 actions left.
Well, I have 1 action left because my first action failed.
Oh yeah, so you still have 1 action.
So then I'm gonna continue to swim to shore.
Yeah, and you could because you could do all of that as 1 action.
There we go.
So he gets over and shakes off.
I don't like the water.
So,
Not anymore.
that was pretty epic.
That is a
Easily get
whole lot of
away.
crits to get a whole lot of away from a serpent thing.
To a river serpent. All right, so it's
Now-
next.
Now we
It's,
just need Blue Star to get clear.
On its turn, it begins to the whirlpool actually looks like it was starting. You could see in the surface of the water, Blue Star, the whirlpool was headed your direction, but it begins to like dissipate. And eventually, by the time it gets to you, it's gone. And behind the whirlpool, you see this this dark brown furred, for lack of a better term, serpent type creature that's probably about 15, 20 feet long. Just kind of slowly floats over to you. Swims over to you, and he's just kind of like, if you he kind of like goes up against you and actually kind of wraps around you once, and Sildorian's like, my lady Blue Star, you might want to
I'm gonna let it.
just kind of goes around you twice, and like its head goes on your shoulder, and it's just like completely. And by the way, Midnight is just like not really having it that much. He's just kind of like growling. It looks like he's getting ready to attack it.
Can I calm the bear down?
Because it looks like you're being wrapped up by it. Yeah, animal handling.
Okay. Animal handling. All right. Let's watch me crit fail this.
Yeah.
Oh,
8.
He's not attacking him, but he's still growling at it, making it. But it's completely ignoring him and just like fixated on your music.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep waiting, like slowly, so it it doesn't feel like I'm resisting it, because I'm going to let it stay on my shoulder.
Okay. Its head is, the rest of its body of its 18-foot long body is kind of entwined around you.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
both unnerving and sort of like relaxing at the same time.
Yeah. She's totally chill with this. Yeah.
It
She's
just rubs on you and keeps like slithering on you and looks at the harp all fascinated.
Snakes are so much fun.
Meanwhile, Sidorian calls out, Eluna Sidhe, are you all right? What is happening?
I'm perfectly fine. He's just enjoying my music.
If I'm not mistaken, this is called an avank, some sort of river serpent.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the song? What is the song again? The
Maiden
Maiden
Um,
and the.
Yeah, the maiden and the river serpent.
It's very similar to that. I love music.
It was written about me.
I wrote it many eons ago.
I've always wanted something like this to happen. It's so nice to have such a captivated audience. She's like geeking out right now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Midnight's still kind of like,
Yeah, she's gonna
And
continue.
Khan is on the shore, wringing out his cloak and other accoutrement.
And this avank is just wrapped around
Wait
Blue
a
Star.
second. Could I get off of Midnight and get on the Serpent?
Do you want to try? So
Is that-
it's about this thick around. So it's pretty thick, but it's not like hugely.
Like, not like like, press my entire weight on it, but can I like transfer my weight to it so Midnight?
Yeah, do you want to try? All right. It totally lets you do it. It acts a little weird at first, but then it kind of adjusts to it very quickly. As long as are you still playing?
Yes, I'm still playing.
Okay. And then you're shooing Midnight off.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him cross.
That's
and-
another animal handling. Well, because he's still reluctant to leave your side with this. He doesn't quite understand what's going on.
There you go, dudes.
Yeah, can I ride the Serpent to the shore?
Wait, what was your animal handling check for Blue Star? I mean,
that was for Midnight.
the 8 was?
Yeah.
Oh, why do I have a 14?
No, she already rolled that 8 for the first time for him attacking. She needs to roll a second one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're trying to shoo him off the shore, right?
Well, I'm not shooing him off to shore. I'm trying to get the Serpent. I'm doing the animal handling on the Serpent to lead me to the shore peacefully.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serpent.
Do it.
serpent.
This could go very wrong, but I really want to try it.
It'd be so cool if it works.
Ooh.
All right, a 14, and let's see.
But doesn't she have a benefit because she's charmed it?
So it takes a few moments like to try to figure out what your intent is, because you can tell it's probably not any smarter than a regular animal, maybe barely. But then suddenly it seems to kind of understand, and you're able to like just hang on to it, ride it all the way to shore. Yeah. Just kind of like you guys see it undulating through it swims really fast through the water.
Okay,
And
cool.
then Midnight's
Yeah, I'll gently hop off the Serpent.
The Serpent comes to ashore, even like he comes to land, and
Oh god.
he's kind of right on the shore. He doesn't let all of his body out of the water, but like half of it.
At this point, Khan's ignoring him, still wringing out his clothing.
Silendor is not ignoring it. He doesn't quite trust it, but he's mostly trusting Blue Star. What's
Okay.
Ithalian doing?
Same thing. I mean, the arrow's at the ready because I'm concerned about Blue Star, but I don't sense any danger. So, just holding there.
He's still plucking this beautiful tune on the harp, and it seems to completely be entranced by it.
I mean, I guess if I'm on land, if everyone's safe, I'm just gonna tell them, let's move on. But I'll keep playing so it won't like turn hostile when it's so close to us all. I'm gonna have them go on ahead, and then I'll slowly back away from the creature after giving it a little kiss on the snaz.
It lets you do it. It's a little jealous that you're not nibbling its ear like the horses.
I
Right.
could nibble the ear. I don't think it has an ear though, does it?
No. No noticeable
If I-
ears.
If I
It has
nibble
an
the
auditory
ear,
canal.
and I have a pet serpent.
You might have one anyway. But yes, if you nibble into it,
seriously?
definitely.
Like,
Well,
I seriously have a pet serpent.
Well, it's auditory canal, you know.
so you did charm it, so it might follow you. Sildorian, in fact, he was even going to make a quip about perhaps it could lead us through the rest of the swamp, but he's kind of letting you take over now. He's like completely trusting you with this creature now.
I mean, if he can lead us through the swamp, then yes, I am going to do that. So, like, but can it like leave the water? I know it's like already kind of off, but
Yeah, it's out of the water. Seems to be breathing air.
oh,
And
all
based
right.
on your lore roll, you've heard they actually breathe air, but they can hold their breath for like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then I let it lead us.
Cool.
He's gonna be
Okay.
He's gonna be our friend.
It's a little reluctant when it leaves the water entirely, but it
Mhm.
starts to come along. Actually, that will give it another resolve roll. So,
Oh
do you
no.
I doubt it's going to hit that DL that you set.
I don't know. Maybe.
So it's a little reluctant, but it eventually starts slithering out completely out of the water through the muck because it's never quite fully dry anyway in this area.
Mhm.
So you notice he likes to kind of stay to where it's wet for the most part. And again, this thing's not scaled; it's covered in like dark brown fur, almost like the color of like a beaver. And you've even heard stories, Blue Star, that sometimes they're mistaken for like really big beavers or long beavers in the water. But so yeah, it seems to be following you
Okay. I'm just gonna.
through the water.
Yeah.
So how long will this thing stay, my lady?
As long as I play.
I hope your
What do you
fingers.
intend? What is your intention?
Well, I honestly didn't have one, to be completely honest.
Perhaps we get far enough away and you release the spells so we can be distanced from this.
It could lead us out of the swamp as well. Might be
We
useful.
know our way.
Do we?
I believe Sildorian does, as well as Khan has been finding good paths.
More or less know the way.
Well, if that's how everyone feels and doesn't want a servant who literally lives here, knows every nook and cranny, then I suppose I can let it go.
Well,
Besides, it might fight for us too if we run afoul of anything.
oh, that's a good idea. Well, perhaps there is some. We'll be wary of it, but I guess let it lead for now.
Lunasil, what will happen if you start playing though? Will it turn against us?
I have no idea if this is the creature that is docile or not, so I really don't
It did
know.
try to assault us in the first place. Did it bite you, Khan?
It try.
In its defense, Khan attacked it first.
I did.
That is a good point.
Since I know what this is, would I know anything about? Would I have heard anything about the dust? The temperament of this creature?
Oh, did you make a lore roll on this?
I did not earlier.
Okay. I mean, you can. Or you want to ask Blue Star, and I'll tell her if she knows, or do you want to make your own lore roll?
Well, didn't
I'm-
Sildorian say what it was? So Sildorian knows.
Yeah, I know what the creature is. We know, I mean, we've been told what the creature is, but I'm trying to determine its temperament generally when it's not attacked.
Like
My-
at it, not on based on lore and stories, but like literally like judging its body language.
Oh, no, based on what I know lore-wise, so it would be a lore roll.
Yeah,
Which
and
was
Sildorian barely. He's only like heard of them. He doesn't really seem to know a whole lot. Blue Star seems to know more about them than
All
he
right.
does.
Well,
But Thelian's
I-
never
I-
really heard of them.
yeah.
Blue Star didn't discover whether or not these creatures are generally vicious or not, correct? Just that they like music.
Yeah, I mean the stories. Some of the stories end up going like the thing is hot, like it. Oh, you have her like it tried to capsize. You've heard stories that it tries to capsize fishermen's boats sometimes, and it will occasionally swallow people or drown them or eat them, including a small child, like in some story. Which is
Okay.
what the story of the river maiden and the river serpent is a woman who lost her child to the creature, and all the warriors in the village were trying to go and slay it, and she decided that She thought that music could cure its heart, and she went out, and it was a lovely story, and she actually played the harp. It was a harp too, and charmed it, and it came and laid on her lap, and she like forgave it for eating her son. So long story short, it's probably acts on instinct. It's probably hungry, and it probably tries to protect its territory, but it's probably not tainted or evil per se.
Okay. But just based on that, I should assume that once I stop playing, it will try to attack us to defend its territory.
Yeah, unless you're out of the territory, but then it could also be attack you on confusion. But
Okay.
so yeah, you're not real. It might revert back to its original intent,
Okay.
but you're not
I'll tell
sure.
them- I'll tell them as long as I'm playing, we'll be fine. But after I stop playing, who knows what will happen.
I hope you have strong fingers, my lady.
Got calluses on them, so it should be good.
Good thing. You've been playing about 10 minutes so far.
Yeah, she's going to keep going.
All right. So it's 1 stamina per 30 minutes of playing.
Okay. I got 15.
I can play for 7.5 hours if I have to. I've played really long sets before. So you press on through the swamp, and yes, there's this furred river serpent that follows you, leading in fact in some ways.
Oh, so I don't need to roll survival.
You can if you want, because I was about to say the weird thing is it's like if you let it lead, it's like choosing the watery paths, whereas Khan and Sildorian probably want to choose the drier route.
I think I'm getting distracted by the serpent. Or Khan is being distracted by the serpent.
Exactly. But beautiful music's being played as you travel. And half hour later, 1 stamina point for a blue star. Creature's still with you, and it's kind of, again, taking you more to the watery areas.
Yeah.
So the drier areas. So you're all traveling at about half speed through this terrain. Not to mention potential hazards. But so far, so good. Keep going with it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Press
basically
on.
I'm having the serpent basically, if it's even possible, be like the lookout as well. Like, so if there's anything else dangerous in the area, it will like kind of be at the head of the charge.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of shoo it out in front. So Khan no longer leader. Very snake leader now.
He's very snaky.
Indeed, and he keeps
More
taking
snaky
us
than
through
I
the
am.
watery spots. Can you, Luna Seal, can you tell it to all this muck to go on solid land?
I'm pretty sure this creature needs water, so I don't think it can be entirely on.
So be it. I suppose I should not be complaining. It was quite the miracle in the first place. The Eluna
This
Doll
is
has many
quite
secrets.
astounding.
Indeed. You're not frightened of this thing, are you, Hithelian?
Not of this, no.
I jest, forgive me.
Got my
Just,
eye on
just
you.
forgive you?
What?
Just forgive you? Okay, I just forgive you.
Yes.
I just forgive you.
It's a saying that the humans use way too often. So now it's been an hour, so another half hour has passed. Still trying to keep stroking the harp. The creature's sending you through there.
Don't go stroking mine. Don't go stroking my harp.
And just so everybody knows, we're going to wrap up pretty soon because it's getting close to 11. Is that cool?
Oh yeah, it is. Wow.
What everyone? I know time flies.
Time's fun when you're having flies.
So another half hour passes. You still got it, Blue Star?
Yep.
So if we cross the river, did we enter Brithia?
No, that's Sildorian thinks it's another river. It's like a more obvious river. Like he says it's probably not to meta game the map here. But
Right.
he feels like he says it's probably another 20 miles as humans measure distance.
Mhm.
So And then you travel and what?
I was just going to say, what do we know about the marsh? Like, does the marsh run all the way up to the big river, or is it break before the big river?
So
What do we know?
What do you? So that would be a lore roll for what you guys know.
What does Sildorian know?
He says he feels like the Greymoor, which is called this massive swamp area, is sort of over. Like it'll be a little marshy on the other side of the riverbank, but then it quickly gets dry.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it goes all the way up to the river.
the land apparently rises a little bit. Yeah, all the way to the
Okay.
river.
All right.
Athelion doesn't know that, but that's what Silendor says.
Okay.
And if you trust him as far as you can punt him, that's about right. And then about another half hour passes. It's now getting to early to mid-afternoon. Serpent's still with you, sliding along. Midnight's even kind of gotten used to it, almost sort of kind of weirdly likes it at this point.
Can I roll another survival check to try to find drier land?
The hawk is still disturbed. Yeah. Survival con kind of goes off a bit, noticing that the Avant keeps staying to the waterway paths.
The ooey gooey parts.
15. Okay. And with that roll, so you notice, you look, you kind of scan the area and you look more to your left, which is kind of west, like due west instead of northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see the land about just a couple hundred yards away begins to rise up almost to like a small island. And
Okay.
it looks drier there.
I pointed out drier land that way for a little bit.
Mm.
And I start moving that direction. I say higher land because I can't see that it's dry, but I can see that it's elevated.
Is that the
Higher
direction
land.
to go?
Let us go. I think I see what he sees. It's an island or something.
That direction where we should head to reach our destination?
Let's go. Just follow Khan at this point. No, that's not the way we're supposed to be going, but we could use a respite, I think.
Very well.
All right.
At least I could.
I'm with you, so I go where you go, Sildorian.
So, quite I suppose.
Dry clothing, dry boots. No swamp foot.
Luna Seal, will the creature come with us? The Avant? Or do you want to let it go?
I can't keep it unless I do a 20 animal rolling, correct?
I know you're quite smitten with it.
I am quite smitten with it.
I mean, it'll probably still follow you if you keep playing.
Yeah, but if we're resting, my playing will keep them up when they're.
If you want to stop playing and then try to like just take over with animal handling and see if it'll go, but up to you.
Could she do an animal handling roll while playing to like give her a bonus towards her animal handling?
Yes, it will actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then yeah, I
Plus
will.
plus 5 bonus.
Hoo-ha!
Oh, then I might have a good chance. Okay, hold on.
All right. Oh, you're plus. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you take a chance, you lay down the harp, stop playing for a moment, and there's this moment where the serpent kind of like looks around a little bit confused, and then you start kind of like soothing, and you even are able to kind of pet it, and it sort of relaxes, and looks like it's going to keep following you.
Do I have a pet servant now?
So you are able to take, if you can take the monstrous companion talent, because this is more than, this is a monstrous companion. This is not just a beast companion.
Okay, I'm going to look because I have some talent points unspent. If I might be able to do this.
Oh, that's right. You have 3.
Yeah.
Also, because it happened in game, it's 1 point less.
Oh my gosh.
So it's normally a 5-pointer, so now it's 4.
Oh,
Actually,
and you've got 3.
Is it favored for a wild she? It might be.
Might be.
I'll have to look it up.
Can we please have a pet servant, please?
I mean, you've story-wise, you've definitely got it if you game mechanically can.
Where is that
make it work.
ability?
Monstrous Companion. Oh, it's in the Savage East. It's not in the core rulebook.
Oh.
It's a new
Oh.
talent. Yeah. I'll send it to you, Madison, if you want.
Okay, yeah. Because
Or I can post it in the chat.
it matches the wild she, like, based on race, I would think. That seems like
Yeah.
a race that would have
Um,
that ability.
Okay, I'll look. The only thing that might preclude from that is that the wild sheep typically like sort of natural animals, and this is almost kind of like a monster.
Hmm.
But maybe I can't remember what I did. Let's see. See if I can find it. I'll post it in the Roll20 chat if you like.
Yes.
Monstrous Companion. So it's in the other talent, the other category.
Udra.
Ultra
Udra.
categorios. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
It sounds kind of Latin. Utra categorias.
Ultra categorios. Monstrous Companion. Oh, it says wild she may not ever have this, and nor may ever even ask the GM about it.
Oh. The GM would vehemently oppose it.
Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Aha. Oh dear
Aha.
God. Yeah, base cost is 5. You need a magnetism of +0 and Beastmaster talent or animal handling level 5.
Ah.
Therein lies the rub.
So wait, animal handling 5 or
Yeah, and you're not quite there to the 5
Or
Beast
the
Master,
Beastmaster talent, yeah.
which she might have.
No, I don't think she
Right.
does.
animal kinship and beast companion?
Oh wow, that took up more room than I thought.
Oh, wow.
Posting it. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Monstrous.
So yeah. So animal kinship is a lead into Beastmaster.
Yeah, but I'm not
But
gonna have
then you-
enough. I'm not gonna have enough talent points.
Yeah.
I only have 3.
But the thing is, so the creature's still going to be. I don't want to like metagame come out of character too much, but
Yeah.
so just let Madison know. I mean, it's still going to remember you. Like if you leave it here and you come back later, your adventures, and it's still alive, most likely it will be. You could still probably get it as a companion. In other words, it'll never forget this moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're all
Possibly
going
on
to
the
have,
way back.
we're all going to have a pet serpent in the future. Once
Yeah.
It's only
All right,
loyal
well,
to
let's
one
get to
person.
Let's get it to the high ground for now.
All right, yeah, because this is a good place to stop, and you'll see why. So as you follow Khan that way, with the Avank, the river serpent, still in tow, even without music, Blue Star's just kind of like, come on, and it's just kind of like snaking through all the reeds and stuff. And you start heading towards the higher land after you cover that 200 paces distance or whatever. You're getting closer to the island. And then everybody starts to notice it's a little bit misty and foggy, but there's no need for a perception roll anyway, because it's pretty obvious. You see small buildings on the island, like a small village, and you smell a smoke fire. And that is where we'll end our session.
It's a little goblin village.
Could be.
Oh my
You don't
God.
see anybody out and about, but we'll see next session.
But there
More
is
goblins.
More
Listen.
goblins.
As long as they're not undead. I can't take the undead.
That's right.
I have a phobia of all things living and dead.
And dead. All creatures, and really.
All creatures, great and small.
I have a
It's
fear of
Inanimate objects
grass.
I'm okay with. I'm okay with inanimate objects, but everything else, if it moves
It's
or
right
grows,
out.
lives or breathes or is dead.
Phobia of
Right.
snow. One of my kids' characters had that as a slayer. Phobia of
What?
snow.
Which
Would
is
seem-
wonderful because they're from
Which seems
Malovia.
silly, but then I thought about it. No, it was a slayer, so that's why it made sense. I'm like, I was like, that's actually kind of cool. You could see like a tropical person like freaking out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
But
this
unfortunately, the adventure took place in Malovia, so I was like, you realize. But being a kid, they were like, I want it to happen. That'd be cool. I'm like, all right.
Hey, I pick all sorts of negatives that screw with my whole ability.
Yeah,
Like I'm blind.
it could be fun to roleplay.
Mhm.
Like Matt's thing was probably fun, although probably also irritating that he couldn't really do much.
Yeah, I can't remember if I took the phobia to get some points elsewhere or what.
Yeah. So 4 experience points each.
Yay! I finally go up, I think.
Madison has to part with her serpent, so he said.
For now, it's only for now.
It's
Yeah.
only
It's only for now. And he's an air breather, not a water breather, so that does help.
mm-hmm.
So I remember running a sea-based campaign and somebody did something like similar to what Madison did. I think it was with actual magic. I think it was the Beguile spell or beast summoning. Anyway, critically succeeded on a shark. And they were like, oh, I want this to be my beast companion. I'm like, well, that's cool when you're at sea, but
When you're on land.
but it was cool. Like it followed along the boat, their ship for like a couple of sessions. And then I guess the person, they went to land and he kind of like got tired of the shark. But and he gave the shark to like a local retired pirate. It was actually kind of a cute little scene.
Oh, interesting.
So, he gave it to this. It's like, I got a shark to guard your island. And he's like, "Ah, that'd be perfect."
Yar, yar, yar.
Arr, that's right. He was sort of a stereotypical, typical pirate too, if I recall the way I played him. So, secret vote.
Lasers. I like a shark with freaking lasers on its
Lasers
head.
attached to its freaking red to river serpent with lasers attached to its head. So 1 vote is in for best role player. So audience, if you're still with us, we're voting for the bonus point for best role player for the night. So far, the Avant has 2 votes and the horse has 3. And even though it's spelled with an F, it's Welsh, so it's actually a V sound.
Ah,
A little Welsh lesson.
Avant.
Avant. So if there were 2 Fs in Welsh, if it was an F sound in Welsh, it would be 2 Fs.
Oh,
So if you see a Welsh word, then you now know it's like, oh, that's an F and that's a V. And then, of course, the double D is the soft T sound.
oh.
Or soft TH. Wait. All right, so 3 votes are in. Just waiting
all
on
we've
a
got.
4th. Waiting.
There is no. We're going to be here all night if
All
you're
right. You bastards always come together for this. It's a 3-way tie again.
Oh,
Well,
Really?
it hasn't been
Don't
again.
act
yet
surprised.
today.
I know that you tapped your like type secret. Vote for Matt and I vote for Eric. And I vote
Well,
no,
It
I'm
hasn't been a
Vote
3-way tie for the first 2 sessions. The first 2 sessions we had a clear winner, but this time it was 3-way. So there we go.
So last time I tie broke, but this time I think I want to. I just say
Tie-
everybody. I think I'm going to cheese out and let everybody do it. Matt always looks
Oh.
disappointed when I do that.
So I've got 13 instead of 12. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I can't make a clear decision this time. There was some good role playing all around. So yeah, everybody gets 5.
I didn't want to press you because that extra point means I get to level up. I have third. That puts me.
Yes. Really? What are you? Oh, you're at. Oh yeah, 35.
Yeah, 35.
Third advancement.
Holy cow, you're that far up. I'm getting the first advancement. Woo!
He's playing. Oh, that's right. You know, technically, we should probably make this right because you guys should have 3/4 the experience points of Atheli. And I thought we made that right when we started, but I guess not.
I wasn't. I
I
didn't.
started off base nothing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I came in with 20 some points because I missed the first session. So
Oh, I think the reason we did it that way is that you were the add-on character and not the. Usually, if it's vice versa, like a new character's joining a higher level, they bump to 3/4 XP of the.
The Hithalian joined us.
But you were joining them, so
yeah.
yeah. All right.
Wouldn't mind being bumped up though, because that means I could get my serpent. So if the GM would like to do that,
That's true. I'll think about it during the week.
okay.
I do want Madison to have the serpent, but I also want to follow my own rules.
Yes.
Follow
Rules are made to be broken.
bumping everyone up. I mean,
Well, doing it the way like where the higher person joining the lower,
Mm.
It's not really.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll think about it. Maybe I don't know. Do you guys want to do that? Eric
I'm
and
okay
Madison?
either way. I'm good playing my character out as he is and slowly building him up. But either way, I don't really care.
I think I know Madison's answer.
Plead the fifth.
Well, yeah,
Would be cool to have a serpent as an ally.
yeah.
Mhm. There's
Especially when, you,
Amisha.
especially when you go into towns, the townsfolk will love that.
Yeah, exactly.
I got an idea for that. Just have him out in the.
Lisa, do you have stabling for my furred serpent? He don't eat much.
Yeah,
I'll have to
Table
get,
boy,
stay
take
in the
care of
trough. He can stay in the water trough.
I promise there won't be any rat problems in the stables. That's probably true,
Do
actually.
you have a well he can sleep in?
That's perfect.
Hi, kitty.
I wouldn't drink the water for about a week, but he'll sleep nice there tonight.
don't have any people go get water on
That too.
by
Don't
themselves.
send children for the water.
Hi. I was
knowing Blue Star, she'd actually probably do that.
All right. Well, everybody,
All
I
right.
enjoyed it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yay.
playing. Thanks to my players, and thanks to the people watching. Check out Savage Kingdoms 3rd edition on
Yes.
Facebook page. Facebook.com/Savage Kingdoms. Website savagekingdoms.net. There's the lovely book right there that Eric has, and next to me. I typically run the games out of the hardcover book. I know it's like vanishing. And anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Thanks for playing. That was a fun session.
Yay.
Good night.
That was fun.
Bye,
See you guys in a
everyone.
couple weeks.
See ya. That's right. 2
Bye.
weeks. Madison gets to
Yep.
go again in a week.
Woo!
Because Matt is retiring from that campaign. It's very sad.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, you are.
The last roll of Isira.
My first
Hi,
mate
guys.
on.
Night, Eric.
Bye.
Night, Madison. Bye. Wait.